This band. I'd suck heaps of dicks for $20 million.
Well, no one cares about your saggy tits and your fucking.
Is your name?
Box.
I want to beat her to death with her dead fetus.
We're not saying anything wrong. We're just saying that teachers fucking boys is hot.
Come in my ass.
We're not endorsing kid porn. We're just giving you an avenue to do it.
Always down.
I hate when they call us the pommies. You guys are the fucking prisoners. You're fucking rapists with a tan.
How can you watch this through with like just laugh? Is that actually period blood?
Yes.
That's a lot. You'd have to like. You'd have to
An
like.
abortion or some shit, like what the
Well,
fuck?
no, should I
Amanda.
suck dick now? Is that should I take it up the arse?
Only white privilege I believe in is white woman privilege.
Yeah.
White male privilege doesn't exist. They work for their shit. They work for their shit.
I'm fucking leaving. You guys are sickos.
Don't be that misogynist.
You know who you're talking to here.
Listen here, bitch. Faggots, whores, penis. Come in your ass. Come in your mum's ass. Come in your dad's mouth.
Nothing beats a bottle of red wine and a fucking solid wank.
We're allowed to be hypocrites. That's the whole thing about
Yeah.
this. We are all hypocrites.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Happy New Year, boys.
Happy New Year
33.
2020 whore.
Happy new
2024.
kids. Happy new island list.
Yeah.
Happy
yeah.
new Peruvian farmers on jetpacks.
Happy new alien attacks every 5
Need
minutes.
some
Happy
context for that one.
new Miami
Yeah.
Giants. Hang on, isn't one of their teams called the Miami Giants?
The Heat. They might have the
Heat,
Giants. I don't know.
Basketball. I don't know.
I'll tell you what,
sure.
though. It's what, the 10th today. We're about 5 seconds into the year. Alien attacks. Peruvian farmers getting attacked by humans with anti-gravity
Other
suits.
Peruvian farmers with jetpacks.
Yeah, other jetpacks. Epstein's list. How
Cat
good is
Williams. You say Cat Williams? That was
Yeah, I
hilarious.
Cat
saw
Williams is
Cat
great,
Williams.
man.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, he's crazy. It's like,
Yeah.
or this is just a man
and
who's
then
had
fucking
enough.
Joe Coy as well. Do you see that shit?
No,
They're all
what happened?
whinging about him.
New York Giants, there you go. My
York
bad.
Giants.
Isn't it?
Same. Miami Giants, New York Giants. There's Giants everywhere.
that
is the point.
Miami
And they're
thing.
coming for your kids.
That Miami thing is fucking weird. How they
It's hell weird.
Did you see that guy that his dad was a cop there and he rang him on video call and he's like, I'm not allowed to talk about it. Like, I'm not talking about it. He's like, what actually happened there? And his dad's like, I can't. I've been told I can't talk about it.
Oh.
He's like, you
What a
serious?
pussy.
And he's like, yeah. But he didn't even know he was being filmed.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
He was just talking to his kid, but he didn't even know
The
someone.
premise was some kids broke in and they were going to get the kids that broke in. Like a couple of kids broke in. That was what it was.
To a mall. Well,
to
they-
a
they-
mall,
they
yeah.
apparently
So
made some
200
arrests.
fucking cops had to go.
There was 200 police cars.
Cars, yeah.
So I think in the States they ride solo, but like surely some of those cars have got backup.
They wouldn't.
So,
Nah, I
so
think
you'd have like 400, 500 police there. There were like choppers in the sky,
Yeah.
all this shit going on. And like the problem is that there's really bad footage. There's that like horrible grainy footage of like some big shadow thing.
Is
which
there? I've not even seen that.
There is. It's hard to tell if it's anything. But the point is, it's not even about that. That kind of response, like that's like maybe the Boston bombing would have got a similar response.
Terrorism, or
like
yeah,
some sort
something
of
that's
terrorist
a proper
attack.
threat.
Yeah,
To
not
society.
not
kids.
4 black kids taking advantage of
Some Nikes.
literally like, oh, new Air Maxes are out, don't have the money, let's
Yeah.
roll them all.
I mean,
Yeah.
did they even send that many people to the Texas shooting, that school shooting? They don't.
Nah.
They don't
Nah.
even get a response.
And it's Miami. It's not like shit isn't going down in Miami and other places
Yeah.
where they need cops.
Imagine the crackheads, they hear that there's like 200 police at the fucking mall and they just go crazy,
Yeah.
just robbing everyone.
Yeah, as you would.
You
But
would.
what was the people were saying that there was a giant or something?
There
was
were
a
giants.
Giants, yeah.
Yeah, so witnesses were saying that they saw like these massive 8 to 10 foot beings.
Yeah.
And then that's what caused the mayhem. And so that's
Sure,
why.
it wasn't just the fucking Miami Heat. Just like they were just going to get some new
Shaq's
shoes or
in
something.
there.
Like, oh my god, Giants! No,
It's
it's just a
Shaq.
basketball team.
No, that's Shaquille O'Neal.
No, they're so black that you can't see them at night. So they just see a shadowy figure and they're like, it's a fourth dimensional being. It's like, no, it's just a black dude, you racist.
Yeah,
It's pretty wild, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the Peruvian
Yeah,
one, man.
tell us about this.
can I look
is
this
wild.
up so we can see? I want to.
Yeah.
So-
I'm literally just going to type in Peruvian jetpacks. Peruvian.
Yeah, so there's a
jet
village in Peru, but it's the whole area. And they've been saying.
flying aliens.
So-
It's Vice, so they're going to be shitting on it. But we'll
Here we
bring it
go.
up
Illegal
anyway.
miners with jetpacks. Bro.
Flying aliens harassing village in Peru are actually illegal miners with jetpacks, cops say. I mean, both those things sound equally stupid.
Illegal
One-
miners. Why would you have jetpacks to attack people if you're an illegal
Where
miner?
does the jetpack come
I,
from?
I know
Dude.
it's just the dumbest
Who
cover.
gave him the jetpacks?
Can we Google Peru's GDP
Yeah.
and see if even affording it? Like, I don't think their own government can buy a jetpack.
Dude, it's like what the special forces and shit have those, and
Yeah.
they're only just coming out. And
Yeah.
they-
Right, let's
with those jetpacks, right, you can't use your hands, right? You've
yeah, because
seen
your
them
hands have the
jet-
rotors on them.
on
yeah.
them.
So it
Yeah.
says, strange being, locals said, visiting an isolated indigenous community in rural Peru at night, harassing its inhabitants and attempting to kidnap a 15-year-old girl. And then this is a quote, it says, these gentlemen are aliens. They seem armored like Green Goblin from Spider-Man. I have shot one twice. Whoa. And it
Yeah.
didn't fall. Instead, it elevated and disappeared. Fucking hell.
A local leader of the indigenous
Ikitu?
Ikitu group living in the northwest Manus
Manus.
province. Yeah. So this is a bloke's actual statement.
Yeah.
And then it's been debunked though. It got fact checked.
Oh.
And,
Their
the
color is
fact-
silver. Their shoes are round in shape. Oh, there's photos of it. With those, they rise up. They float 1 meter high and have a red light on their heel. Their heads are long. Their mask is long, and their eyes are sort of yellowish. I enhanced one of the Peru videos. Oh, that's a video. Okay.
Yeah, but it's on Instagram. So like, okay.
Yeah, show us that video.
No,
this
it's just
is not a
photos.
video.
These are just for, it's on X.
Oh fuck! I can't. I'll have to open it up.
Anyway.
Yeah, so what? So there's a, if you guys are interested, go. There's a redacted episode.
Here we go. So members of the Peruvian Navy and police traveled to the isolated community, blah, 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 to investigate the strange disturbances in early August. Last week, authorities announced that they believe the perpetrators were members of illegal gold mining gangs from Colombia and Brazil using advanced flying technology to terrorize the community.
What?
Righto.
Why would they do that?
Okay, so hang on. No, they're illegal gold miners, right? They're there to mine gold illegally, and what they're on smoker, and they're like, let's kidnap a 15-year-old with a
Bring the
jetpack.
rocket packs.
What
Bring out the
do.
rocketeer because we got to get him to go terrorize.
Normally, when you're doing illegal activities, you got just time to kill.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, don't worry, we're on smoker now. It's all G. Like, don't worry. How about we rip the faces off the young children of this community?
Yeah, so they're saying this guy goes there. If you want to check it out, it's like an hour doco. He's from, he's interviewed on Redacted. It's one of the latest episodes, I think 3 or 4 days old now. But he goes there and he lived in Peru, so he speaks that dialect as well, that village speaks really fluently.
Yeah.
So he goes and interviews the whole village, everyone. They've all got the same story, right?
Yeah.
And that there's this legend about the face snatchers that they've been talking about since the 80s, of these beings that come down and take people's faces and just killing people or whatever.
That's what happened to Joe Biden then.
Just
Maybe.
quickly, Luann's
Why he's
saying
got
there's no
new ears.
sound.
Yeah, I know. But I don't know.
Can anyone who's...
No, someone replied to you, New York Giants, NFL.
Yeah,
So
I
that
know.
makes-
So there must be sound, surely.
yeah.
Or maybe she's talking about something that we talked about. Maybe she's talking about the jetpacks have no sound.
Yeah.
Who knows?
They don't.
Yeah.
That they actually.
Well, but they would because they're pushing air.
oh, so
Like,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, those jetpacks. But they were saying that
so if it's an anti-gravitational device, then it wouldn't.
they were
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that they basically have these round things on their feet, and it's like a quite slim pack. That's why
Yeah.
he's and
Sound
they
okay.
they come down,
Mm-hmm.
and there's barely any sound, and there's just a slight like hum. They reckon
Yeah.
when they move, but they
It's
was-
just an alien, just like
No,
Just
it's
ripping
not.
another
It's
face.
what it is. They've made
They-
cocaine or fucking heroin packs somehow out of all the Colombian.
No,
coke.
what they did is they took a piece of buttered toast and they
Yeah.
sticky taped it to a cat.
Oh,
to
yeah.
the back of a cat because that
a good
is
idea.
anti-gravitational because toast always falls butter side down and cats
Oh.
always land on their feet. So when you
It's a
do that and
perpetual
you drop
motion
it,
machine.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
It
so
just
you
spins.
strap toasted cats to your feet.
And cocaine
that's
for
what's
some
coming.
reason.
The cat's just there. It's just like, yeah, that's all that is. And then you get a delicious buttery meal once your face has been taken.
Buttery cat.
Well, if you think about it, like all that
Chinese
heroin
are there. They're
and-
like, please abduct us, please. I love buttery
I looked
cat.
at I can bring it up, but I looked at the prices.
Do you fry it in
of
gutter oil? I only like my buttery cat fried in gutter oil.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
the prices of Coke in each country? Obviously, the South American ones is where it's cheapest. Over here, a gram's like what's like one of the
400
highest.
bucks or
Yeah, it's
something.
close to that. It's like 300 something, and then Colombia was the least, the cheapest, $3.50.
Oh,
Yeah, I think Bolivia's even cheaper.
What?
Apparently.
I
The fuck?
think it's time to move.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
Let's go. Yeah,
Like,
let's go
like,
to Peru.
the first thing I thought was, can we figure out a way? Can we get one of your yachts, Normie?
100% we
Load it
can.
up and just come back here. Imagine the money you'd
I
make
think
out of
there's
just one
already
kilo.
people doing that, and they usually wind up in jail
They
for the
do.
rest of their lives.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
we shouldn't say it on the podcast.
The
We'll
problem,
talk after.
the problem with that though, as well, is that you have to like, even if you take a boat to another country, you still have to clear customs.
Yeah.
Like you go into Marina, like they're not. You can't just pull into Marina.
Nah.
And they're like, oh yeah, cool. We're like coming in. They're like, nah, where the fuck are you from?
Well, how do they do it?
Yeah.
Sea containers and stuff.
Well, my old man, yeah. Well,
Sea
they just
containers.
do illegal shit. They use jetpacks. No, fucking.
We'll just jetpack over there, right? And then
When I
jetpack
was in the
back.
States, I bought a BB gun. And like
yeah.
I got one that looked hell similar to an actual gun because
As you
why
do.
wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And
they're
we
not
went
pussies over there.
to the Bahamas, and I just used it. Just seagulls always land on your tender on the motor, like the outboard motor of your tender, and just shit all over them. It drives my old man fucking mental.
Mm.
So I got this BB gun. And he's just like, "Fuck yeah, we can shoot the seagulls with it now." And I was like, "Say less." So we were just like popping seagulls, and then anyway, I leave, and I just put the gun in like one of the cabinets in the boat. When he went to the next island, it was like an independent one. And they were like, any weapons on board, sir? And he's like, no, it's all G. Next minute, he's like up against the wall with like a fucking
'Cause they
M5 pointed in his face because
Yeah.
they found the BB gun in one of the cabinets. And they're like, you said there was no weapons on board. He's like, yeah, I totally forgot that we had that. It's
But it's-
just,
yeah.
that was, well, it looked like a gun.
looked like a gun.
That was their problem. So once they found it was a BB gun, they're like, oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Did they say that?
Yeah, it was fine. Yeah.
It's
I
not
guess you
a
gotta-
weapon.
Because I've heard of
Yeah.
like in America where they do have guns that they're able, like BB guns, where they're able to have them looking like a normal gun.
Yeah.
That kids have gone around, like young kids,
Yeah, and been shot.
pretend to fucking, they're like, oh yeah, just fucking around, and the cop's like, what the fuck? He doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
So you really gotta.
Yeah. Puts them
That's
down.
just common sense, really. I know some kids,
is.
kids are kids, but
Yeah.
like, fucking teach your kid to not be a dickhead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I was like 20 and I'm like there just like on the back deck. So it would have looked pretty sus for anyone.
Yeah, it's true.
But
Get
fuck it.
gunned down on the
Yeah.
back of the boat.
Quick trip.
You should be allowed, like I guess it's international, it can be international waters, can't it? So are you allowed to own a firearm?
Not in the Bahamas, man. They're all owned
Yeah.
waters. You got to be so fucking far from land to be in international waters because no one
Right.
really wants them because it's just like certain death if there's a storm, pretty much.
Yeah.
Instant death for the boat.
Instant death for the boat. Yeah. No, it's just. Have you seen like footages of like boats that travel the North Sea?
Oh, fuck that.
Dude, it's fucking wild.
Yeah.
It is
So-
on another level.
Speaking of the sea, have you seen those interviews with Tucker Carlson lately? And he's talking about how he knows a lot more about this stuff, like the alien things and what's going on. And he's sort of like, I almost wish I didn't know it because some of it's so dark. He goes,
Yeah,
I haven't
right.
even told my missus this stuff because it's fucked. But he's also saying in other ones that he's like, that we're thinking they all come from space. They come from the ocean. Then they've been here for a very long time. And he's saying
There's
these.
always been stories about this because there's like craft that just like appear from the ocean and they just go underwater and disappear.
And he said,
Yeah.
there's a he goes, I don't know what to think about all this stuff, but he's like, there's a spiritual side to this, all this stuff, and I don't know what to make of that, but there is, and they know it. Like
Aliens and not.
and the
All
people
these
that run,
beings,
there's
yeah.
something that he doesn't like spiritual interdimension. He's like, and that's a fact. Yeah, but he's been saying all this shit, and you're just like, how weird is it that for years he was on this show, and he's gone to the point where he's not. I think he's gone. Humanity's fucked if I don't actually start speaking out. So now he's like saying all this shit. Started his own show. Pretty interesting for a guy like that to be saying stuff like that.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean,
I haven't
it's
heard
better,
much
he's been
about that,
better
to be
since he's
honest, but-
been off fucking Fox and that, because some things on Fox were just getting annoying.
Well, the problem with those things is that they have agendas, and then they have like, if you want to like progress your career, if you're with Fox, you have to say the right things,
Yeah,
and you have to be like appealing to the masses.
yeah,
So you have to play ball, and if you don't play ball, your career's fucked.
And
So
like,
he,
look,
he obviously played ball for a bit, got what he wanted, and then was like, "Cool, now I can just pull the pin and fucking do."
And he's got
whatever."
a family and shit, so he'd be like, "Where's the world going?" That's what blows my mind.
And he's
There's
also
not more-
risking it all. If you have a family, you're risking so much if you're going to let your career potentially be absolutely destroyed like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot.
I get that's the weird thing though for people that, you know, I get you don't have to be ridiculous about it, but to not say anything about the bad shit happening in the world when you know it's going in a really bad direction and you've got a family, you'd think there'd be way more people that would stand up.
Yeah, you would. Michael Johnson, if you go back to the start of the pod, we did cover this
the
quickly.
temper-
we covered it
Yeah,
very
we were
quickly,
talking
but
about
we didn't really get into the depths of it. We think it's bullshit. Whatever they're
Oh, it was
telling
a
us is
brawl
bullshit.
that broke out. I
There's-
thought it was someone breaking.
Same. Like,
Yeah.
they arrested like 16-year-old kids, and it's like they're saying
Yeah.
there's 10-foot like beings there. Like
It's like, but all these people were saying they saw these things and they sent 200 cops there, and then they
for a brawl of like 4 people.
there's so many
Fuck
things,
off.
so many wheels falling off the car right now.
Yeah.
Their narratives coming apart everywhere.
Yeah.
And then how's how they tried to implicate Trump and that fell apart in the Epstein list as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it just he must be fucking squeaky clean. He must be because they've
Well,
tried.
you know why I think he
everything.
probably is?
I don't
Because he
know if
doesn't
he's-
drink.
Yeah,
I don't-
yeah.
I-
Drink, you do stupid
Mick
shit.
said that too.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's squeaky clean. Like I reckon he's done some dodgy business shit. For sure.
100%.
But-
He's even
but-
admitted that.
Yeah, but like, I think he's pretty honest. I mean, you can see that from the way he holds himself. He just says what's on his fucking mind. It's not really filtered.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't seem to be that. He seems to just be himself, and that works. That works for him, and I think that's why people can relate.
Why did no one care that literally Clinton was implicated and that young girl that obviously he was raping said, or was it someone else? I like my girls young. And no one cared.
Have you seen this reel?
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I'll bring it up. There's this reel of Clinton, and he's like, everyone knows, and then someone in the crowd just yells that you're a rapist. It's just the best fucking thing ever.
Really?
Yeah. And then the whole thing just derails, and he's just like, you can see he's like trying to play it off as like, how dare you call me that? But the initial thing is shock of like, fuck, they know. And then he's like, hang on, I need to be like nonchalant with it. Like this doesn't affect me because clearly I have nothing to hide. Therefore I should just act cool. And it's like, you can see the clock's ticking.
How good is the fucking,
so fucking
the Dave
funny, I
Chappelle
find
one
it.
where he goes like, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome, mate.
I haven't seen it.
Have you seen it?
Have you seen Chappelle's new stand-up?
No, I've heard it's
It's good.
alright.
It's good, man. People are being like, it's not his best. It's like, okay. But then his
haven't
best,
seen
his
it.
best was when he was like 20.
I heard his
So,
last one was epic.
all of his shit's good. I mean, anyone who's like, no. it's like,
Well,
fuck
so
off.
the other night, I don't know if you saw it, but the other night, and you didn't see it because it's boring as shit and you'd never watch it. But the Golden Globes was on, right? And I don't know if you know that comedian Joe Coy. I knew him because he's like a
Yeah, Joe Coy's
yeah.
fucking
he
awesome,
rips
man.
on Asians and everyone.
Yeah.
And so what happened was like 2 weeks out from this Golden Globes thing, no one wanted to do the fucking job. Like they asked all these people like Ricky Gervais and shit again. He's like, fuck no, I'm done with that shit. And Chris Rock and all these people, and they wouldn't do it. So this dude's like, well, fuck, you know, they're probably going to pay me a shit ton. So I'll do it. So he did it. And he was ripping everyone because he's a fucking comic. And so he ripped fucking Taylor Swift. It wasn't even that bad. He ripped the Barbie movie a bit because it's Golden Globes it's about movies.
Yeah.
And all these people were just like the whole of TikTok is basically women whinging about how it's sexist and or the normal over outrage thing. But they're also saying how like none of the jokes hit and all the celebrities weren't happy. You could see on their faces they weren't happy about it. And I'm like, who gives a fuck what they think? Like, what do general people think that watch?
What about Leonardo DiCaprio being on Epstein's Island list? What about that? Dude,
I mean, he freely admits he likes young girls. So it's not like it's pretty obvious.
I think the writing's on, like, this year's kicked off in a wild way, and it's going to be a fucking bad year for all them. There's going to be some crazy shit.
There's going to be some hangings. I've just sent this. It's not the exact thing I saw, but it's pretty much bang on. It's just someone just fucking going.
Who's going to do that fucking show anymore if they just keep like whinging about jokes?
They're all fucking
Why would you
done.
do it?
They're done. All of Hollywood is done. It's over. They know it's over.
Yeah.
Imagine getting offended.
Well, like they pan to
imagine
Taylor
it?
Swift and she looks
it's
like she's
not
got
a real
a sour
thing.
look on her face. Like, oh, you can't believe you're saying something about it. It wasn't even that bad. It was like a mild at best. Like Ricky Gervais would have ripped her fucking new asshole out.
If you get offended by something, you're a fake person.
Because it's not real.
You don't live in reality. Well, mate, no, mostly because you can't deal with your reality. Like when people call me fat, I'm like, yep, next. Like, or I just have a laugh about it because it is funny. I am fat.
Getting offended
It is
is not
what it
real.
is.
Like,
It's
what?
like there's nothing else you can go. Like, just own it. Just fucking own it, man.
I'll look that one
And
up
what
as well.
emotion is offended? There is no such emotion. It's you being embarrassed that someone said something and you're worried about their opinion. You know, like, people only get offended when other people are looking at them. They don't get offended in private.
I honestly think it's that. There's definitely that, but it's also your lack of being able to handle the reality of a situation. Because if you get offended, it means that it's true. It means that what was said hits home to you.
It's embarrassment.
Yeah.
And shame.
But it's also true.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck was said about you is true. And if you can't handle the truth about yourself, you're a fake person.
Yeah.
That's like, it doesn't make any
Well, they're all
sense
fake
to me.
people. Like even
But
like,
we're not
did
fake
you
people.
watch?
There's people out there that
Oh, not
aren't
us.
fake,
I
is my
mean
point.
the Golden Globes people.
Oh, sure,
Like
of course
like
they
that
are.
Cat
But I just
Williams
mean your
interview.
average person. Like your average
Oh, right.
person who has a fucking job at Woolworths as a fucking cashier. Like
Yeah.
no one cares you exist. Kill yourself. Doesn't matter.
I don't because then I won't get my groceries.
Doesn't matter. No, then they're free. Brilliant.
All right.
If they all kill themselves, free groceries for everyone that day. So the point is though, is that like no one fucking cares about you. Why are you offended?
Yeah.
Because it hits home. Maybe it's true. Like, oh,
Yeah,
your fake
yeah.
tans look like shit. You look like a fucking orange. Why don't you go fucking sit in the oranges in the produce section? And then they're all like, well, you can't say. It's like, well, maybe it's because you have fake tan. You look like shit.
How
And
funny.
they know it.
But those people will say anything they want about someone that is acceptable, like Trump. They'll say all this stuff, whatever they
Yeah.
want, because it's
Yeah.
acceptable and everyone will cheer them on. And then they'll get butthurt when it's
Yeah.
the other way.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
But Trump
Just gotta
doesn't,
just own
doesn't
your
care.
shit. Yeah,
Speaking of
'cause he
which,
owns his shit.
Oh, we'll do this one first.
Well, he's the
Let's
one
do this
people
one.
out there like, you take tax breaks, and he's just like, yeah, I do, and so does everyone else.
Yeah, because he's like,
Great.
I got rich for sure from rorting the system because it was set up that way. It's like, yes.
Once you
that's-
figure it out, yeah.
Let's do
Yeah.
this one.
That's the problem.
Here's the problem. Bill Clinton is a rapist. Infowars.com.
No.
All right, so this guy pops up, says you're a rapist. That's the problem. Bill Clinton went on
CNN.
to talk about the support.
Fuck, I hate this cunt. Chris Cuomo. eh?
Do you think that that's going to wind up coming back around? He goes from being a victim, being called a rapist, right, which is an unsubstantiated allegation. Then that goes into that deplorable category.
Right, no question.
Is that a problem?
No doubt it is. And the irony is that he is a redneck himself, right? If you'd have put it in the category.
So does that make it okay?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What
What are they talking about?
I just love it.
Chris Cuomo, he would have gone to Epstein's Island, 100%.
Imagine swinging that. They're like, let's not talk about the fact that people think he's a rapist. Let's talk about how he's a victim. What a victim.
Yeah.
What a victim.
Always trying to spin it.
He tried not to rape, but he raped. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Imagine,
sorry,
imagine,
he couldn't
imagine
resist
calling
himself.
someone who victimizes young girls a victim. That is insane.
And quote
dude.
about Bill Clinton from himself, he likes them young.
Yep.
Dude,
I mean,
on
I gotta
Epstein's
agree with him
Island,
there.
And he wasn't
To be
talking
honest.
about wine.
Not as
Because
young as
no
he
one
likes
likes
them.
young wine.
Like if he specified the age that he liked, that would have made it a lot easier.
well,
Than just saying he
I
likes
don't
them
think
young.
anyone over 18 goes to Epstein's
Yeah.
Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. So in that case,
I've also got some holy water here, boys.
You
So
actually
we can-
brought it.
Yeah,
What?
so this got lifted from my auntie's place. This is straight from the old country.
Can I drink
holy
it?
water.
Yes. It's probably 1,000 years old. It's got floaties
do you mean?
in the
Why is it
bottom.
holy
May
water?
kill you.
did it come out of the fucking little thing that they have in the
Can I smell
church
it?
pew?
It's blessed.
It's blessed by
holy
who?
water. I don't know, by some pedophile priest.
I won't unless he's at least touched
Put it
10
on the
kids.
rip
I'm not
start
interested.
beads and see if they catch fire.
Do you know what it smells like?
What?
BPA.
If you put it on the rip start beads
Do
and
you
see if
remember
they
that
catch
Benny
fire,
Hinn? Do you remember that
we'll know
Benny Hinn
that's
guy? Do you remember Benny Hinn? He's probably still
It's just
going.
water. It's weird how it's just water.
That's not
Uh,
special water.
But it's blessed.
Oh, hang on.
He just starts smoking and steaming. Like,
Do you want to bless the beads? These are the honors. Now I'm just wet.
they
Remember that Benny
if
Hinn
these
guy?
catch fire,
It's just annoying because now I'm just wet.
if these catch fire, we know that Drew's been using them for rib starts, all right?
What, he
remember-
speaks in secretly on days off?
Yeah, he
well, you're
does.
putting on like perfume.
That's how you bless
No,
it. You got to flick
Is
it.
it?
No, rub it on.
Oh, rub it on.
Rub it on.
Rub it on.
There we go.
Remember-
Rub me with holy
Do
water.
you remember Benny Hinn? That guy. Don't do that.
Ripstart Mary through her fucking head.
It is a mother.
He used to have that show, and it would be like every morning. I remember before going to work, at like I had to get up at like 5 or whatever. I'd turn the TV on, and he'd be on there because it's like they'd have all the Christian shows on in the early morning, right? And so this dude, every morning I'd be watching it, and he'd have a big pile of baggies, like doily bags, right?
Yeah.
With water in them, with like a little bit of water in it, and it was holy water. Well, it wasn't holy water yet. So it was like just water in bags. And then he'd go, now I'm going to bless these. And he'd sit there and put his hands over her and say some weird fucking religious prayer. And then goes, okay, we're selling these for $21.99 each.
Yeah, cool.
In a plastic
And then
bag.
it'd come up on a screen, $21.99, holy water. And then you could like order one.
Dude, do you know what the modern day holy water is?
What's
It's
that?
gamer girl bath water.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
That's fucked up, that is.
I mean,
It's the same premise.
Pretty much.
At least it's got pussy juice. In
That's
it. Like, At least
exactly.
you're getting maybe something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
you're
but-
getting AIDS.
Yeah.
Didn't we watch that thing where
Hep C,
that
you're
guy
getting
was
Hep C.
selling that fucking that thing, the African guy? Remember we watched that video and he was selling this elixir to all these people in the stadium.
Snake oil. Wasn't it just
Yeah, it was a snake-
No,
it was-
wasn't it just petrol?
It was it was like juice and petrol or
People
something.
were drinking petrol, like heaps of
Yeah.
Africans. They're the most retarded
And they were
nation,
fucking
dude.
getting their whole weekly pay.
How do they not have more Down syndrome people? Like, obviously, it's a vaccinated related issue because they got the vaccines they do get kill them all because Bill Gates is like,
Yeah.
I'm going to trial it here. They
Yeah,
all fucking
fucking oath.
die. And then they're fucking drinking gasoline and fucking doing all sorts of like mining cobalt. And they're like happy as Larry.
Yeah.
They're like, another day in the cobalt mine. Fucking, they're fucking like 7 dwarves, man.
Besides that
It's
fact,
fucking wild. There's like,
besides
they
that
should
fact
be
though, that none of them are.
fucked.
I mean, they're vaccinated for other things forcibly, but they didn't take the COVID vax. None of them did.
Yeah.
So like they're laughing in that respect.
It's
Still got to
fucking
work in a
wild,
cobalt
eh?
mine though.
How is it there's people on their 8th booster now? Like, yeah, you have to be a fucking idiot. A real fucking idiot.
Or you just hell like gambling.
yeah.
You're just like,
Will this one kill me? Will it kill me?
yeah, you're like, financial crippling isn't enough. It's not as enough. I need more of a rush. I'm going to bet my life.
It's crazy how all the narratives have been changing in the paper with all this shit, and no one even cares. It's like
Yeah.
they're even admitting now that they just fucked you all, and everyone's like, just move on. It's like, or we kill everyone that did it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, just move on.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton's a rapist.
Yeah.
Just move.
Just move on. Epstein's on. Just forget about it.
Oh, it's
Don't-
just Peruvian farmers with jetpacks. When will you move on? Oh, live in ignorant bliss, please.
How
it's so
much
much
do
easier
you
to
have-
control you when you live in ignorant bliss. Here, have a new iPhone.
Yeah,
have a new
have
iPhone.
the new iPhone and that they didn't put any more technology in. They just said it's the 15.
Well, I fucking bought one, so I'm a moron.
But like, they're just got everything. Everything is a joke now. Just the news cycle, and they're pulling the piss out of everyone. Heaps of people are waking up though. Like, it's crazy the amount of conversation you just have with people, and they're all like, "What the fuck is going on in the world? What the fuck?
What the
is
fuck is going on?
What the fuck is going on in the world? Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Someone give me some holy water from the motherland. This is fucking crazy.
Just give me my 8th booster.
Yeah, I can't believe that. If you've got your 8th booster, you don't need to
if
be
you
on
have
the
an 8th booster, does that mean you've had 10 jabs? Because
Oh,
the
yeah.
first two
Oh,
were
yeah.
just, you're on 10.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Well, I would tell you to kill yourself, but you're going to die anyway.
You are on the list.
So-
You put yourself on the list.
We'll tell you to kill yourself, but you're already AI at this point.
Yeah.
You're already part of the fucking...
You're more nanotech than you are human.
Yeah, that's it.
What's going on? I'm losing my.
Huh?
Losing my.
Well, that's all it's got. That's why.
Is that
It's,
unplugged?
no, it's fully
It's
stretched.
plugged.
I am.
Oh, you're losing the sound.
Yeah, I was losing the sound.
Yeah, well, maybe you should just stay in view of the camera, bro. You know?
I might move back.
Yeah. Look at this cunt, eh? Look, fucking leaning all the way out.
Fuck, I was such a corpse before I came here. I was sitting on the couch, like trying to get. I was, you know, you're
Dad
like,
life, bro.
you know, like I got to sit down for 5 minutes, and then you're like,
Yeah. How is the new Bubba?
yeah, she's sick.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's wicked, man. She's
Yeah? Fully vaxxed?
yeah, she's 70 vaxxers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, no vaccines, no vitamin K, and she's healthy as fuck.
Yeah.
Didn't die. The funny thing is, they give you this piece of paper, and they're like, if you decline vitamin K, basically, like they could die, they could this, that, and then
Vitamin
guess
K?
what? Didn't.
Yeah.
What's
Guess
vitamin
what?
K for?
Oh, because they give them other shit that thins out their blood, and then they're like, they randomly bleed for no reason. Problem, reaction, solution. Vitamin K.
Yeah.
Because they say that vitamin K coagulates the blood, and they have low vitamin K when they're born. But the thing is,
Huh.
when you look, and that kids randomly bleed, you look into that statistically, never happens.
Well, I
Pretty
mean,
much never
well, hold on a
happens
sec.
ever. But
How
they
long
give
have
every single
humans
kid
been
a
around
vi-
for?
Yeah.
20,000 plus?
hundreds of thousands, but they give every kid one just in case. But they also have aluminium in them. They have chemicals that cause autoimmune disease later in life.
So one of our listeners is asking how you went with the hospital saying no to the vaccines because they want to have kids soon, and they're just trying to figure out. They're a bit scared of moving forward.
basically you just tell the midwife before. And the weird thing is you don't get any pushback because I think most people aren't doing it anymore. I think it's
Yeah, I bet that's true.
like they're both midwives that, yep, no worries, your kid, you don't have to
Yeah.
do that. Like the vitamin K, some of them were a bit more pushy about.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I've looked into that. And also, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever when you look into it.
Yeah.
But what they tell you, they give you a sheet with all cons of not taking it.
Yeah.
I'm like, where are the cons of taking it? Because there's a fucking lot. Because it's not just vitamin K.
Yeah.
And then when you ask them why they put all these other chemicals and aluminium and shit into the shot, they're like, oh, they put other
vitamins
things.
shouldn't have any fucking metal in it.
And
it's a
guess-
vitamin.
Guess what? Doctors are allowed to prescribe vitamins. None.
Yeah.
Why are they allowed to prescribe that one? Because it ain't a vitamin.
Yeah.
May have some vitamin K in it.
But it's got heaps of other shit in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because here's my thing with that, right? Like, people obviously like, but if you don't vaccinate your kids, like, what about polio? We cured polio and this and that. It's like, exactly. It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, if it's
So-
cured, it's gone.
No, but
It's
I think
gone.
I never
Sweet
thought
as.
about this till he mentioned it, and then it makes perfect sense to me. And I looked it up, and it made even more sense. The they always go on about vaccines being the reason that we're so fit and healthy as we are now. They say nothing about how much more clean and sanitized we are,
Yep.
how we dispose of dirt and waste so much better.
Yeah.
We're just cleaner.
Nutrition.
Nutrition.
That happened 30 years before the first
nutrition's fucked
vaccine.
now. Nutrition in like the 60s
yeah,
was
true, it's
mint,
true.
but
It's gone back
nutrition
the other
now is fucking dog shit. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist basically.
No,
But
you,
yeah.
you got a good point. But even
Yeah.
the nutrition, like if you want to have good nutrition,
Yeah.
you can.
Our parents' generation,
Yeah.
probably the best.
Probably,
The absolute
yeah.
best because they didn't get any fucking vaccines growing up. Like
Yeah.
they weren't vaccinated, and they came into this modern age of medicine where it was actually about healthcare.
Health, yeah.
It wasn't about sick care.
Yeah.
Because it's not about trying to keep you buying and fucking. It didn't become an industry.
Yeah.
It was literally just like
That's true. Well, probably did when they just were born, or
Well,
just
it-
before 1950s or so.
It would have eventually, but I think the intentions were right. And then some, and then the thing is with that is that someone invents a thing, and then they're like, I need to market this and sell it to people because it has benefits. And so it's an easy thing to sell because you're like, look at all the good things it'll do for you. So they sell it fine. And then they're like, okay, that was really good. What else can you do? And they're like, well, no, like I've done the thing that we needed to do. Oh, we'll look into some other stuff. And then it becomes this whole like, okay, we need to invent these things that people need to take because we now have a business to run. We have employees that we have to pay. Right. And it becomes an industry like that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the problem. I think the intentions were good at the start, and then it becomes an industry and it's totally fucked.
Yeah, you know what? Like Dan said this to me, and it relates to that as well. I'd never hairdresser like Dan Rose.
Yeah.
He was like, because I was like, I don't use shampoo anymore, and it took a while, but my hair's not oily and it's gone really good. And he's like, yeah, well, why do you think they invented it? They invent a product that you don't need, like shampoo, and it starts washing out your fucking oil. Oh, and then they invent conditioner to replace that. But they've invented a bunch of products you don't need, and then they invent another one to counteract the problem it causes. And I was like, that's what Big Pharma does.
Yeah.
They invented vitamin K, or the vitamin K shot was to counteract some other shit they used to give them in the 60s that would thin their blood out.
Yeah.
And it's like, stop.
Yeah. Stop doing it.
How long have we been here for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when a
funny thing-
baby comes out, you just like, they want to inject it straight away with a hepatitis vaccine.
Yeah.
How's it going to get hepatitis?
Yeah.
Well,
Where?
Bill Clinton's around,
Where?
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
possibly
well,
happen.
they inject them with hepatitis because when the world elites get them, it's a serious problem if they're not cured for
Yeah.
hepatitis
Yeah,
because then
yeah.
they all get hepatitis and they all die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
That's right. And yeah, when they're fucking him, like Bill Gates and that, they take him to the island. Yeah, they've got to
Yeah.
be resilient.
Yeah.
Dude, I was
They're
actually
like, safety first, not for
And
you.
that's why Bill Clinton
for us.
is the victim, because he gets hepatitis.
he is,
Didn't want it.
yeah, he is a bit. Dude, I was listening
He's
to
a hepatitis victim, mate.
Bozy was playing this thing on his live thing on the way here. I was listening to it. It's probably the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. It's actually, it was like, it's a documentary, but on a child brothel, right? These people had gone and interviewed the traffickers and everything. It was all, I guess, incognito, and it was translated. It was in Poland. Fucking hell, man. Like, they're literally talking, like, these people are talking about this like it's nothing. They're like 3 to 4 year old kids that they just get, like, raped. And they're talking about how they keep them alive and shit, and then they just organ harvest them when they're done with them, and then or they make snuff videos with them, like
What the fuck?
and these are all over Europe. The guy's like, yeah, there's heaps of these, Germany, like all over Europe, this shit, and like they just keep kidnapping, like, or just there's like so many kids. I'll just replace them throughout the day and shit, and people go in, like pedos go in there and fuck them and kill them and shit all the time.
That's crazy.
Dude, it's like really uncomfortable to listen to. Like
Yeah.
it's the fucking worst thing you like, because he gets into detail about what they're doing to these
Yeah.
children, and you're just like,
These are the sort of things. It's like it's good to know like what's going on in the world, and sometimes it's like I wish I didn't know that. Well, I wish I wasn't aware that this was going on. Like, because obviously, like, have you heard of the book called Shantaran?
no.
There's this really good book written by this Aussie journalist. Basically, he was always an Aussie journalist, and his wife, I think, split up with
I'm
him.
the one in India.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we talked about this.
Yeah, so his wife splits up with him, and his life goes to shit, and he gets in like onto heroin and stuff, and ends up doing some petty crimes and gets locked up. And when he's in jail, they're doing some upgrades to the jail, and him and a few others figure out that they can escape the jail. So they fucking organize this thing, and I think it's like one of the only successful jail escapes in Australian history. He used an extension lead from tradies to fucking scale the wall, got over the wall, fled, went to India. And when he's in India, he fucking he needs to get work and stuff. He needs to like you know, figure out what his next steps are. So he starts working with like the Indian underground sort of people because he's obviously a bit of a crim, and he like finds out that like child trafficking and child like prostitution is fucking massive over there.
I bet it is.
It's a huge fucking industry, and so like there's all these kids and like they're training the girls to like how to use their like pussy muscles to like hold a pencil and write their name and stuff like that.
Well, that's a
like,
good skill to know.
from like a
Put that
very,
shit on your
from a
resume.
very young age, and then when they get to 16, they're flogged out and no one wants them anymore.
yeah,
And
that's the
so
problem.
then their whole lives are just fucked basically. But this was like back in the 80s, man, when this
Yeah.
happened. Like, it's a crazy read, man.
But
I mean, that's still
Insane.
going on, right? They get
Yeah.
marked. So they're
thing
like
is,
basically whores for life because they're
Yeah.
marked.
that goes on here. People don't understand. All this shit goes on in every country, and
It's all over the world, yeah.
And like the thing is, like, yeah, it's horrible to listen to, but also you try and talk to people about this, and they don't want to fucking know about it. And it's
Because
like,
it's horrible. That's why.
but it's like, man, how about we like everyone starts talking about it and then put a stop to it?
What the
Because
fuck?
in my opinion, we're not.
What's more horrible is not doing anything about it. 100%.
So-
Two,
my cousin
2 million
escaped
kids a
Casuarina.
year, man. There's not.
There we go.
We're not like a moral people until
Casuarina.
while we
Let's
let
look
that
up
shit
Casuarina.
go on. You know.
Yeah. Devon,
Casuarina prison.
Devon, give us the
Heaps
story.
of people have escaped.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought it was like pretty uncommon.
People have escaped Hakea.
Well, that doesn't look
happens
that.
all the
I mean,
time.
okay,
Yeah, right.
that's kind of. I mean, it's
That's
probably
the
pretty
one-
fucking
that's
secure,
the one
but
Mick was in.
Yeah, Mick was in Castle. Yeah.
doesn't look like.
Tell us the story of how they got out, because that's actually pretty hectic.
It's happened heaps, man.
Really?
Yeah.
The
happened
walls
heaps.
don't look like incredibly high, but
Fuck
fucking.
being a PO when that shit goes down.
How the hell did he get over all that?
They have tools, man, because they make it. They're basically free labor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they pay them like 10 cents an hour to like do shit.
Yeah.
But then obviously they have to return all the tools and stuff. But this is criminals. They figure out a way to dupe the system, and then they'll probably get their hands
Yeah,
on
you're
some tools.
you're
where they
literally
can cut the
sitting there
fence.
doing
He was the
nothing
first
for
person
years.
to escape through the loading bay. Did
The
you say
loading
dock? Okay.
No shit. So what? I assume he was like unloading a truck or something that's dropping off
There was
supplies,
some
and he's
dude
hopped
that-
in the back of a truck or
They
something.
got in like a tool carrier or something. I think
Yeah,
Mick
right.
might have been telling me about this one.
Yeah, tell us more, Devon. Just give us like little comment snippet updates, because that's actually hell interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And tell us how many years he's serving now for fucking jailbreak.
The one-
'cause it's gonna be a few.
The fucking prison up in what's it called? Up in Pickering Brook, back in Pickering
Yeah.
Brook. Oh, I've forgotten what it's called for some reason. Anyway, it was out in the middle of fucking nowhere. They didn't even it was minimum security, so I think you went there after you did your big stint somewhere else. They didn't even have fences or anything, because they're like, we're in the middle of fucking nowhere. There's like 10 k's of bush each way before there's even a road.
Yeah, yeah.
So like, fuck it.
Well, that would be one of the farming prisons, eh?
It was. I don't think it was.
No,
Nah,
because
but-
I think we do have farming prisons. I think there's one in Albany. There's a prison in Albany, like you can I think you can farm. I might be talking absolute nonsense. I'm not 100% sure.
Prison farm is just it's just a low security prison.
Essentially, yeah. And they have like free range, but they actually like harvest crops and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
No,
They do
prison
farm.
farm's just a fucking low security, babe.
Oh, okay. So they don't actually farm. Yeah.
No,
see, this is what I
usually
mean. I
like-
just talk shit. I heard the word farm and I was like, cool. They're like growing spuds and stuff.
Nah, you just
Tony Galletti's just
you
out there.
yeah. He's just whipping people with sacks of potatoes.
pick more potatoes.
See, I'm all about misinformation, though. That's
Fuck
my
yeah.
thing.
It's the
That is
best.
my
The
thing.
vaccine is safe and effective.
I was like, check this one out, man.
How funny
Someone
is it?
brought this up before about the Star Wars. Have you seen the Star Wars thing?
Some Indian bitch is
Yeah.
making it woke,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yes.
but it already was
Basically.
woke.
Oh, yeah, that's what I
you-
thought.
You saw the episode
The
7, 8, 9, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
They're fucking dog shit.
they took. I've talked about this too many times, but I'm doing it again. New Year, same old piece of shit, same points. They took Chewbacca, who's like this fucking. They're literally like in the previous episodes. They're like, oh,
He's a
you don't
beast.
want
A
to
wild
play you
beast.
don't want to play Chewbacca in chess. He'll rip your fucking arms like off
Yeah.
your body if you beat him. Just let him win. And then later on, he sees this like penguin thing, and he fucking like kills it and roasts it over a fire, and then another one gives him like fucking puppy dog eyes, and all of a sudden they're
Yeah,
best
they're
mates,
best
and he's
friends,
like
yeah.
a vegan. It's a full vegan push.
He's a
The
vegan.
main fucking person's the thing that gets me the most, right, is that they try to make Rey this like strong female
Yeah,
caricature.
but she didn't do anything to.
Well, firstly, worst character ever. She's dog shit.
Yep. Well, she's coming back.
With the law, the whole like, you know, barely knows how to use the force, figures it out immediately because
Yeah,
she's a
in, like,
strong, independent
fucking
woman.
2 minutes.
Yeah. But
The
then
guy's a beta male.
You got Princess Leia from the previous ones, who actually is a badass. Like,
Yeah.
is like this fucking has a high status. Her
Yeah.
planet gets fucking blown up, creates a rebel army, kills it. Like, you already had it.
Yeah.
You
Well, she
already
was old,
but-
so they needed a new one.
But
right?
But it doesn't
Princess
matter.
Leia was feminine. They got to
Yeah.
make the new one into a badass butch woman.
Yeah,
They like
yeah.
they can't have
But
femininity.
okay, what about the Queen of Naboo?
Oh, yeah.
In episodes 1, 2, 3.
She wasn't
Her
that bad.
country gets fucking invaded.
Yeah, she was pretty good.
creates a fucking rebel army with the Jedi, and they go back and they fuck shit up.
Yeah.
There's heaps of strong female characters in the Star Wars things.
Yeah.
There's enough.
Yeah.
You didn't need to be like,
Well, so they're trying to. So they tried to sort of get new, young, fresh characters and do that, right? It didn't really work. So they're going to try it again. Basically, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
So that same woman, the strong female lead, she's in the next one, but she's teaching younger ones.
right.
Right. Anyway, so the director is this fucking woman who
Oh, yeah.
says
She looks not Indian at all, but okay.
she said she enjoys making men uncomfortable. That's what she said in this interview.
Oh,
It's true. Look at her fucking head. Makes me uncomfortable.
Can I just,
Makes
can
me
I just,
sick.
I just want to point out a quick thing. If you had to roll the dice on majority of, okay, let me reword this. Who do you think out of the two genders, the only two genders that exist, who do you think the majority Star Wars fans are, male or female?
Fact. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I thought.
So you want to make men uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Maybe continue making the vagina monologues and fuck off. Mm-hmm. No one's
Well,
interested.
Dude, it's as hell.
you
it's-
want to
it's-
want to kill a franchise?
But it's this
Okay.
hell
You wanna hear the-
lefty thing now, right? That like they think it's a hell good burn when they're like, oh, like we upset your manhood, your masculinity. It's like you don't understand. We don't care.
Yeah.
Like
Do you know what I
nothing
care
you
about?
say gets through this skin. It's like
Yeah.
you think you got a good insult and you got a bloke.
Yeah.
Most blokes are like, kill yourself. I'm
Yeah.
not even going to acknowledge you exist
Yeah.
because you're a whore.
Yeah, I reckon if you ripped her shirt off, you'd find the hallmark from her fucking time as a fucking young pedophile prostitute.
And a
whatever
fucking
fuck-
yellow jacket in there as well, probably.
The last I heard, she was fucking old men as an active pedophile. Like, to be honest, there's two people that play part in pedophilia. One's the abuser and one's the child. The child has a lot to answer for in that situation, and she has to answer for that crime.
Well, she said.
But the thing that bothers me the most with this is that it'd be very easy to twist what I'm saying and be like, I'm just another upset male. No, I am upset because you're ruining a great franchise.
Yeah.
Not because you're making me feel uncomfortable. I'm not
It was ruined a
uncomfortable.
long time ago.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
was.
uncomfortable with your thing, but like, you know, the best part of Star Wars for me was when they did episodes 1, 2, 3. All that lore about the Clone Wars came out, and they did all those fucking cartoon shows. I frothed them, man.
Oh, I didn't
The
see
OG, there's like a 2-part, like mini series of the Clone Wars that was done in like a Samurai Jack anime style.
Right.
It was so fucking good, dude. Yeah, like really good.
Well, I mean,
Fucking
those-
fantastic piece of cinema.
not the old ones, the 70s and 80s ones. Obviously, fucking
Obviously
awesome.
very good, yes.
But then the next three that were the prequels.
Horrible.
Prequels? They were
Abortion.
prequels.
You didn't
Well,
like
they
episode
weren't-
1, 2, 3.
I didn't like them that much, but they
I
weren't
did.
woke bullshit.
They were good.
Like they weren't. There was no shoehorning like fucking feminist green-haired people in there and shit because it
Dude,
was pre that, right?
dude,
Can I make
the
a point
best- the
about the
best-
women saying, "Oh, did we want to upset men, or did we hurt your pride?" It's literally like the blue-haired chick making herself hideously ugly and being like, "Sucked in, men." It's like you're ugly.
Yeah.
We don't care. Like, why do you think that you being ugly upsets us? I mean, it may upset our stomach for a second looking at you, but that's about it. You've only done this to
my
yourself.
eyes are upset, and
Yeah.
that's
It's
about
such
it.
a weird
You've done
way
this to yourself and no
It's
one
such a
else.
weird way to think, right? They do that, and then they completely fuck a movie that clearly the major demographic is men.
Yeah.
Then the men don't go and see it, and then they claim that they're like misogynist because they didn't watch it.
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
what are
no,
you
no,
on
no,
about?
Whiplash.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
what is going on here? I don't
Yeah.
even understand what's happening.
You,
fucking
you
dumb,
made
eh?
it terrible, so no one wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
Why don't you cater to your demographic?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, it
It's
doesn't make
amazing,
any
eh?
fucking
No one's
sense.
going to watch this shit.
If you've got a bunch of fat cunts who fucking love chocolate bars, are you going to remove all the sugar
Yeah.
and be like, we got this
You're gonna
new
give 'em a
chocolate
lettuce?
bar for, you got to make a lettuce bar? No, you're going to keep, if anything, you're going to be like the new extra sugary chocolate bar.
Yeah.
Get this up your fat fucking skull. You know, like,
Well, Disney just fucked it. As soon as they got hold of it, they just ruined it.
yeah.
Because that's what they do with everything now.
Well, do you know what it is to me? It just seems like a massive deflection because Disney's obviously under fire for all their parks having these random underground like viewing rooms and like random shit. Have you seen all those videos of people breaking into like
Do you
Disney
know-
parks and seeing all that shit? So
I
it's
haven't,
this
but-
huge deflection from like
Yeah, right.
they clearly did crazy things.
Man. Oh,
yeah.
And so it's an
It has
overcorrection.
do you know that
They
Disney,
really
I didn't
fucking
know this
bad.
until today, but Disney has a connection with Epstein's Island as
Yeah,
well.
fucking hope. Dude, remember in
They were
Pinocchio?
trafficking
Fucked
kids.
up.
Remember Pinocchio? He
Yeah.
literally is a Disney show. Literally says about we take little boys
Oh,
to
yeah.
Treasure Island.
Yeah.
So,
And they don't-
so I honestly, so you know how like there's a lost and found at like the mall. You lose your phone, you go to the fucking reception. Oh, it's at the
Yeah.
lost and found. Disney's lost and found at their parks is Epstein's Island. Like your kid runs off, he goes on the fucking what's that ride where it's like they sing that fucking crazy song, all the puppets are there.
Oh,
It's
This
a
is
small
a s-
world after all. Yeah. It's a small world after all. Kids just fall off the ride straight into a briefcase, straight to Epstein's Island.
Like a trap door.
Yeah,
just like a-
100%.
so it's like a tunnel, an air tunnel, and it just swooshes them
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
out. to
Well, it's
fucking
on a
Epstein's Island.
rail system, man. What's to stop them from just being like, this one
Yeah.
has heaps of kids on it. Sweet, we'll kill the adults and take their kids.
So they were
How
literally
wild is
sending
that?
kids to Epstein's Island. To Disney were. They
Yeah.
had a thing
Yeah.
worked out, and so Epstein would have all these children, random kids that weren't his,
Yeah.
on the island.
And they probably
Oh,
just
his
kidnap them from their
favourite.
theme
Yeah.
parks, though.
He loved
They
kids. at
probably
Venice.
kidnap
No,
them.
they didn't even have to kidnap. They probably did as well, but like they actually
Oh, like,
willingly
yeah,
went.
like they'd offer him like
Yeah.
a show, a spot in like a card show or something.
Yeah, they'd say
Yeah.
you can go to this island. We'll send you to this island. It's Epstein. You can go there and have fun and
He had
play
so
around
many
and all that shit.
facets with this. Like
Yeah.
he was doing that with kids wanting to like study and travel and stuff.
Was he?
Yeah. So there's like kids who were going to uni or they're like in high school and they're like right on the cusp. They're like 16, 17 and they're like close to going to college or uni. And they're like, oh, I wanted to like travel abroad and then study at this uni. He's like, yeah, cool. We can facilitate that. Like go stay at my manor in like France or whatever. And you can study there and we'll put you through this uni. And then like he would just rock up and be like, massage me now. and then he just abuse him and then be like, fuck your college, see you later. Or like pay them or whatever. I don't really know what happened with that. But that was a part of the documentary that came out about him on Netflix.
A lot of people reckon he was like a double agent, for Mossad because
Well, he was definitely
Well,
Mossad,
'cause-
but they reckon he was a double agent for the CIA.
yeah, because
Yeah.
Maxwell's dad was a double agent for Mossad and the CIA. So I mean, it seems like it
You
would
see
be.
that thing? that
He was
Megyn Kelly-
100. They know for a fact he was 100% Mossad.
Yeah,
That's definitely.
Did you see
that's
that
definitely
Megan
true.
Kelly thing? She said she goes, oh, we've got all these bombshell things about the Epstein case, and she goes, and if we're lucky, you might even hear from Epstein. That's what she said.
did you? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not dead, is he?
He's probably not dead, man.
Yeah.
They just framed it.
Do you think what is the play
They
here?
didn't even frame it. They literally like, oh no, the cameras don't work all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
worst frame ever, dude. You have AI that can do deep fakes. Deep fake a fucking suicide.
Wait, what is the play here? Imagine if it came out that he was just framing people to get dirt on him, but he'd still
Well,
be.
that's what it is. It's
Well, I think he
entrapment.
probably
That's
was.
literally what he
but
was doing.
What if? Yeah, I
He
know,
was
there's
smart enough to
there's
know
no
that-
way he could be doing good.
He
but-
was probably smart enough to know that it could bite him in the ass, so he needed to have his back somehow.
Who? Yeah,
They said he had hidden cameras and shit.
I
So,
guess
like,
No,
when-
he literally, that was his whole game. His whole game was entrapment. He would bring
Yeah.
these people, he'd be like, come to my island. I got this island, it's sick. I have billions of dollars, whatever. No one knows where his money came from.
and his apartment.
Yeah, and so he's like, come here, it's going to be mint, rah, rah, rah. You know, we do all this crazy shit. And so they come round. And then he's like, oh, yeah, like, you know, oh, here's this girl who's staying here. She's studying with us, rah, rah. She's like, DTF, let's go. And so they'd fuck like a 16-year-old because you just lie.
Yeah,
And then he'd
he'd-
film the whole thing and he'd be like, got you now, motherfucker. Like, you imagine that. Like, like, sure, you got a security team, but when you're fucking a kid, you're going to be like, oh, you guys just stay here and I'm going to fuck this kid. And then all you'd have to do is email him and be like, I filmed everything. That chick was 16.
Yeah.
Do what I fucking say. I'm going to release it all.
And I reckon
there's
that-
nothing they can do.
That's
I don't
probably
know
how
if he
they
did
have
that,
so
though.
much control over the politicians.
Could be, but
Like
I don't know if he. I don't know if he would have.
100%.
I don't know if you. I think you'd have that up your sleeve. Like you'd do it, you'd film it, but then not say anything. And if he fucking piss you off, you go send him a 2-second clip. Check this shit out, mate.
Well, that's what I think he was
So,
doing, but he was
yeah.
doing it off like straight away.
Okay.
So they think they're in this nice, safe, secure area. They
Yeah,
can
but why
fuck-
would Bill
fuck kids
Clinton
and be
go
fine.
back so many times if he was already
Right, because
framed?
the Clintons are in
Well,
on it.
Okay,
They're not,
because
they're
they're-
not
they're
just
the
like,
ringleaders.
yeah.
No, but also they're in on it. But also, once he's got you, that's it. So what are you going to do then? Are you not going to like? You're just
Not
going to be
fuck
like,
kids, or you're just
okay,
going to keep doing it.
well, you already had a fun time once.
Yeah.
You might as well have a fun time heaps of times and not let
Yeah.
it destroy your absolute entire life.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
depends if you like fucking kids though.
It does.
Because
but,
that's
like,
not
it's a
really
small-
a fun
it's a
time
small
for
price to-
normal people.
It's a small price to pay.
Well, it's like what Louis
for
C.
keeping your
it's
life
like what
intact.
Louis
If you got
CK
millions of
said.
dollars and you want to keep that lifestyle, and you have to fuck a 17-year-old once a year,
Yeah.
you're gonna fuck a 17-year-old.
Well, it's like what Louis C.K. said. He goes, think about like the repercussions for getting caught fucking. Think about the repercussions for getting caught fucking a kid. Like you're going to jail for life. You're going to get bashed and all that shit. So the fact they still want to do it means it must be pretty good.
yeah, the Louis C. No, it must be
That's so
fucking
good.
awesome.
Yeah, it must be. But also, could you
It must
imagine?
be. Like, why would you go through all that trouble?
No,
you
but
just wouldn't do it.
You're still not thinking about the whole picture.
Yeah.
Put it this way, right? He's got dirt on you. And then he goes, you fucking say anything or you don't do what I want you to do. And this is common knowledge. The moment you betray that situation, he releases the footage. You're outed as a pedophile. You go bankrupt immediately because, immediately. You're going to lose everything.
But
Yeah, but
Wait,
I don't
I
think he-
haven't finished. So then now you're on the streets and everybody knows you're a pedophile. It's instant death for Bill Clinton.
yeah, but the thing is that like
Instant
the
death
only
for
reason why I don't think so, and that's why I
Yeah.
think he probably held on to it, is because it implicates him.
yeah,
So-
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
What? So people are gonna be like, "Where is this island?"
How did he
that-
get the kid?
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
but
no, but
why-
but
How did you film and not do anything?
it's just a fucking white room with white walls, man. No,
Oh,
it doesn't.
sure. You don't
there's
know
no
where it is, or
Fucking no idea where it is, bro.
Yeah.
No idea. All you have to do is film on VHS tape.
But the
There's no
island-
location. There's no fucking. But
He was
you don't know.
Yeah, he was definitely doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
someone
It's-
bought an island, some fucking Middle Eastern guy, going for Epstein Part 2 or something. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No,
Mohammed's thing.
no. It's like have you seen
Makes
the always?
sense, right? If he's a Muslim, gets it.
Have you
He's like,
se-
I fucked 9-year-olds already. Who cares?
Have you seen the Always Sunny bit about it?
Nah.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia have a bit where Danny DeVito's saying that he went to the island.
Oh.
And he's just like, yeah, but for the snorkeling was really good. He's like, I didn't go for the kid fucking. I went for the snorkeling. It's so fucking funny, man.
I haven't seen that in years.
So make Epstein's Island
it's the
into like a
best show
fucking
ever.
theme park or something.
It is good.
They should turn into a theme park.
It was literally a theme park for pedophiles. That's literally what it was.
Like a museum.
Say
You
less
just go
up
there and
there.
go, wow, this is where Bill Clinton fucked kids.
Man, this thing's so annoying to me. Like when the Epstein thing came out and they had Trump on there, I was like, it's like they've put it off for as long as they can, gone and crafted a story together, and it's just nothing's going to come of it. It's going to be a complete load of
nothing's
shit.
gonna come
And
of
you still people will ask you for evidence when you say this shit's happening in the world. Oh, and you're like Epstein is evidence. The fact that
the thing is, this should be partisan because it's touching kids. There's not a right or a left wing thing. It's
Yeah, I know.
you're a fucking pedophile thing.
But lefties
You know?
seem to want to back pedos now.
Well, that's what I mean. So
It's
the
like even
lefties
in
all
the
go,
music-
Trump was on the island, and then all the right wingers go, Biden or whatever. And then it was like, who cares if they were any of them were on there and it's fact? They're fucked. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
Who cares about their political standing?
it doesn't matter.
After
Yeah,
seeing the list, I was surprised by the number of people that were there and
Some of
who
them,
was
yeah.
there. So Michelle Wolf, like you know how we
Let's look
talk
it up.
about female
Jim
comedians
Carrey.
not being funny. Michelle Wolf's one that I always thought was pretty funny. She's got a special called Joke Show that I honestly back. It's fucking hilarious. And she did the Correspondence Dinner, and that's what got her like her career essentially. And she was on the list, and I was just like,
Oh,
she's a
off.
chick. What is she gonna fuck young boys? Like, maybe I don't know. I think like
But dude,
there
what
would
was
have been people.
Ghislaine Maxwell doing?
I think there were people. Well, Ghislaine Maxwell was actually the one who was bringing him
Yeah,
kids.
bringing
She
the
was
kids.
she was like
But she was involved in like she'd fool
Yeah.
around with them.
Oh,
as
here
well.
we go. We got
yeah, but she like was she allowed it to happen more than anyone. If she had just been like, no, I'm not going to do this,
David Copperfield.
it might have never been a
Dude,
thing.
so she had a fucking
fuck?
submarine license, and she'd literally
What?
traffic. Yeah, well, she could drive a submarine, and
Whoa.
she'd cart the kids in submarine.
Hold on.
In a submarine.
Like, don't you need like a lot of people to fucking to
She probably did.
do a submarine?
you
Like, you can't just have one
definitely
person.
do.
Yeah, she could. She could.
You
apparently, yeah.
100%. Okay, to drive even like
Should you get the
Okay.
children to fucking
Yeah,
pilot
but
it?
I doubt.
Firstly, you got to get to the submarine. Okay,
I
it's
doubt-
on a mooring. They don't fucking like you can't pull up at a jetty
Nah.
and fucking tie a submarine
just-
to it. You can, but
Don't
you're
just
not
pump it up at
gonna.
the beach and then fucking climb in it.
So
I
there's
don't think
getting
it would
to the
be a
sub-
giant
All right.
submarine.
So she's
Either.
no, but even still, dude, even still,
I
you're
wanna look
in
that
the
up.
captain's thing. So it's not like a normal fucking boat. When you drive a boat, you're there at this fucking wheel, and then there's a jetty
you been
here,
in one?
and a submarine.
Yeah.
No, but they're down at the cup
I
all the
thought you
time.
might actually be. In
No,
one
no, I
because of
haven't.
the,
But no, but like, I don't need to be in one to give you.
No,
a
it was.
fairly
I
accurate-
actually
yeah.
thought you might
So
actually been in one because you're working on the.
If you're in
Navy
a
shit.
sub and you're fucking driving this submarine, firstly, most subs they have a navigator who's the actual driver. The captain doesn't drive.
Yeah,
Never.
Apparently
They're
she
literally just like go here.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
so
would have
yeah.
had a bunch of people paid off.
There was even a submarine put aboard Plan B that Miss Maxwell knew. Maxwell?
How to pilot.
How to pilot, yeah.
She
so she
began
knows how to
deep
do
sea
it.
diving into what young boys' assholes.
I just picture like she's driving the submarine and then she gets all the kids to like pilot all the fucking.
All I'm seeing is fucking Freddie got fingered with Ghislaine Maxwell in full scuba gear in the shower, but there's a young boy in the corner and she's like, "I found the treasure, Daddy." Like,
Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Wait, could
Daddy
you just,
wanted
anyway,
some
could
salt.
you
back
just
to the-
wriggle that thing again, Drew?
I'll
My
wriggle your thing in a
sound's
second.
gone out. There it is. Yeah, that's good.
That's the stuff. All right, more of a list. David Copperfield, just fucking doing magic tricks. Bill Clinton,
Yep.
Donald Trump. Yeah, but he wasn't. I mean, he's on that list, but he wasn't on an island.
It's like if
Stephen Hawking.
if Donald Trump actually was on the list, right? Probably like he was involved in this shit. They would throw everyone under the bus just to get him.
yeah, they would.
They
Stephen
would've
Hawking's
thrown-
pretty funny. They said he was in an orgy.
Yeah.
How?
Wasn't he into midgets? I keep seeing heaps of
Was
things
he?
about him.
Have
and
you
midgets.
seen the memes about him getting to the island?
And it's just
the wheelchair
underwater
under-
sub, yeah.
and then it's like him getting thrown off the island. Fuck, dude.
Like, how the fuck does he have an orgy? He can't do it. He can't.
Oi,
Like, how do you go?
shocker.
Oh yes.
Because he probably was an
Programs
actor.
it in.
He probably gets out of his chair.
He
at the
could,
island,
there's
he's
no
just like-
way he could fuck.
No. Does it even work? Does he even have use of the lower part of his
No.
body at all? Like,
He's just
Michael
there in
Jackson,
the corner
that one's
doing
pretty
quantum
obvious.
physics, being like, "This is a weird study hall."
I love it how they're like Stephen Hawking's one of the most smartest guys to ever walk the earth, and he's like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, probably just programmed something
Yeah.
into his little computer. He,
Do you watch Bad Friends
nah.
with Bobby Lee and the Ranger dude?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Have you seen
What's
their
his-
interpretation of fucking Stephen Hawking
No.
coming to the island? He's like, He's like, take me to the island. I want to go. I want to see.
No, yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
It is
bro.
good, yeah.
Bobby Lee.
No, it's Andrew Santino
Yeah.
does the fucking
Yeah.
best voice of Stephen Hawking. It's fucking funny as fuck.
I used to
Those
listen
two
to
are
that.
such idiots, eh? They're so stupid.
Yeah. That was a good. I've listened to that a fair bit. Santino's pretty funny.
He's stand-up shit, but
Yeah.
Is it?
it's real
I mean,
bad.
it's
He's
always
better
one or
off
the other,
cuff, man. Podcast
Yeah.
format's way
Most
better
of
for
them are,
comedians.
I
yeah.
reckon. Like, because it's sort of the new form.
But
But if
scripted-
you're a funny guy, you're just funnier in real life than
Yeah.
make. Than
Why is it
writing.
When you have
funny-
to try to be funny, I think it's harder. I think
Yeah.
I think genuinely unfunny people are better stand-up comedians because
Yeah.
they have to like craft
They have to think about
their
it.
joke. Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird, eh?
But there are some like Chappelle. Chappelle I think would be funny off the cuff and
Both
is funny scripted.
scripted, yeah.
But and like Anthony Jeselnik, I've watched a thing of
Oh, yeah.
someone gave Anthony Jeselnik like a premise. He's
Yeah.
like, here's 4 things, tie them into a joke, and
On
like,
the spot.
on the spot, and like a minute later, he's like, here's the joke.
He could
And
do
it's,
it.
It's not like the
not
best
awesome.
thing ever,
Yeah.
but it's still fucking funny.
yeah.
It's still good.
I think Bill Burr would probably be funny, but just in an angry man kind of way.
Yeah.
He's funny because he is the average human being, well, the average male.
He
Like,
roasted
dude,
this
he's-
fucking
he's
bitch
just
at the,
so spot
at the one I went to when he came here to the convention center. He fucking destroyed this woman, eh? She wouldn't shut up though. Like she kept talking. He's like, why can't you? He was talking about why women like if I can change a tire, why can't you make me a sandwich? And this woman goes, make your own sandwich. And he goes, what? And I'm like, oh Jesus.
Here we go. Of all the people to heckle,
Yeah, I know.
wrong one.
Don't fucking heckle a comedian, eh?
They when I saw Schultz, they had like signs up being like, "Do not fucking heckle."
Did they say that?
Yeah, it was,
Really?
and like even the openers were like, guys like Schultz, they would do their set and they'd be like, before I introduce this new guy, like I just want to say like, there's obviously no heckling signs up. Like Andrew Schultz is obviously does like a lot of crowd work. He will ask you questions, but if we determine it's a heckle, you're fucking gone. And like no joke.
What? That's a bit odd.
No, because like I think a lot of it they
I think
when
I
they
get-
film their specials, man, they don't.
Is he filming?
I think so. I genuinely think that when they have signs up like that, they're film like, you know, when they're like, oh, I'm filming my special in like DC, and everyone's like, fucking yeah, cool. They got that snippet, great,
Yeah.
and then they use snippets from the whole fucking tour. You're not going to tour somewhere for a year and not take fucking
Oh, of
snippets
course.
of the whole
But I
thing.
mean, to-
'Cause it's gonna
Maybe
be-
they do them all and pick the best one at the end, like whichever show.
I-
was
no,
the
no,
I don't
funniest.
like the idea that they-
cut the fuck out of them, bro.
But they're always
For
sure
sure.
they're gonna wear
they'd
the
have
same
to wear
fucking
the
clothes.
same clothes. That's what I was thinking.
Same stage.
Yep. Oh, same state. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Sorry, I, didn't think
I
about
think
the
they
stage.
do. But
You can
But
replicate
maybe
a stage
they
pretty
actually
well.
just pick the funniest one. They film them all. And
Yeah.
the one that has the funniest
well,
already
he's doing
was
the
on.
same, basically
I
the
don't know,
same
but-
material. Once you've done it 50 times, you're probably
But
pretty
you know
familiar
the
with
ones
it.
with the best crowd were maybe the
The
best
best.
crowd.
Yeah.
like the-
That's a good point. I didn't think
But-
of that.
but off the cuff-
the lack of heckling thing is actually good, but
I don't-
I do think.
I mean,
it's
yes
good.
and
yeah,
no.
because they hijack the show sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, yes
guess.
and no.
It
but I
just
think
gets annoying
you
at a
can't
point.
like put parameters on it. Like if everyone's doing it and you're like, I can't even do my fucking set, then I'll be like, shut up, cunt. But like, other than that, like, think about like some of the funny shit that happened just off the cuff because
Yeah.
some dickhead fucking said
Well,
something.
But that's what I mean. Like, if it works for the show, they allow it. But if it so, what happened with the Schultz show was he's doing a lot of crowd work, and then he asked a question like a general direction, and he got a few answers.
All right.
He picked an answer, and someone wasn't happy that theirs didn't get answered, so they started fucking like.
Yelling
You couldn't hear what the fuck they were saying. They're just yelling, and it just fucking killed the show.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so they were like, "You're fucking done," and he
It's a
got
bit-
booted out.
I guess
which I was
don't
like-
know what you do about that.
I was
yeah.
just like, fair enough. Like to be honest, man. Like,
oh, if you don't
I'm-
shut up, then you get out for
I'm,
sure.
I'm kind of with that. Like,
Yeah, I get it, but it just
I-
seems a bit weird having like these parameters, like big signs saying "don't talk" and all that. I'd maybe want to talk
It's
more, but
probably
then I
like-
get roasted.
It's
but-
probably like being in a band and have people, you know, like the punk bands, people used to throw shit at them.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this No Effect show. He'd always do it, but he'd be like, stop throwing shit.
Yeah.
I'm not that punk. I don't like it. Fuck off.
yeah.
That's fair.
And then he'd like
Yeah.
someone would throw something and he'd be like, well, we're cutting the song off
Did you
the
see that
list.
fucking Dave
Yeah.
if you,
Mustaine one?
if you throw something again, nah.
The
Yeah.
Dave Mustaine one, some fucking dickhead was shining one of those laser pens in his face, and he goes, who the fuck is that? And they're like, and he points and he goes, you fucking get him. Like they're all, he's trying to, he's like, if you keep doing that, I'm fucking leaving. Like, so, you know, it's fair. You just call them out on their bullshit. And then hopefully if they're not a douchebag, they'll just fuck off.
Yeah.
And stop doing it. I don't know. I had heaps of shit thrown at me. I don't know if you have, but I have. Some cunt threw a fucking beer bottle at me when I was drumming.
I don't think I've ever had shit thrown at me.
No, I don't think I've had.
And if anyone deserves that shit thrown at them, it's me. Because whenever I I always did like backing vocals with every band I played with, and I would talk like the moment I got a mic, I was like, yes, and I would just talk mad shit, absolute nonsense.
I can't
bro.
believe that, Normie. There's no way I can believe it.
And it's why I was like, it killed every band I've been in pretty much.
Yeah, that's a shame. It shouldn't. It should be the opposite.
Well, I'm just having fun and having a laugh. Like there was times
There's no place for that in the music.
we're playing shows where we had felch chances, chants and shit.
Felch.
Yeah.
I imagine your band would have
Yeah,
hated that.
Just being an idiot, and like the whole band's like, "Shut up!" And I'm like, "You gave me this. This is all of your fault."
Yeah.
But like, I mean, music, look at all the old bands. It used to be fun. Used to be not taking yourself serious. No music was. Rock and roll was just being a fucking animal.
Yeah.
And then it became being a complete poser cuck. Do you even watch a lot of the videos of the young bands that they put up on Instagram?
Yeah.
They're like the offstage shit. Fuck, it's cringe.
I wouldn't even.
Like the backstage shit trying to be funny. It's like, that is fucking cringe.
Do you remember
pathetic.
Do you remember those fucking vulgar videos? The Pantera ones?
Yeah.
Fucking
They'd
hell.
just be being complete.
I was like, I hell want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that was my goal. Just like, I want to trash a hotel room, and
Drink a
smoke
bottle of Jack
bongs and
Daniels straight, throw it at the wall.
slap fucking ass of some hot birds, and like just don't give a fuck about anything.
And you did.
Yeah. But
It's like
now none of them do that. If you did that now, like any one of these, not pop, but like even the metal ones, they'd all look at you like you're a fucking
Yeah.
a
Well,
cunt.
Lamb of God's a good example.
Oh yeah.
Where have you seen the DVD Walk With Me in Hell?
Yeah.
It is so good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is honestly
They're probably the last of that.
yeah,
that era.
and like don't get me wrong, Randy Blythe is a fucking dickhead.
Oh yeah.
He's 100% a dickhead, but he's
a
hell
vocalist.
good. But he's hell good.
Yeah,
for like
course.
for a dude just being himself, doing what he wants to do. It's awesome. It is so awesome. But he there's times where it's a bit cringe. Obviously, the fight he has with
guitarist.
Mark is like it's a bit pathetic. But like whatever. It's pathetic in the sense that the fight is pathetic. Like no one knows how to fight.
Yeah.
But it's also just like
You can imagine you would though. If you're on a
eventually.
bus for fucking 100 shows,
they toured for like a year and a half and documented that whole DVD.
you would definitely punch on at least
Dude,
once.
it's crazy. It is insane.
You'd have to.
But it's very much just like the five dudes being authentically themselves, doing what they want to do,
Yeah.
and having fun.
Yeah.
And there's no like trying to pretend to be something, or they're literally just like, we write these songs, people like it, that's great. Where a lot of these bands these days, or even like fucking local bands that are nothing nobodies,
Yeah.
they write a song and they're like, look how good we are. We wrote a song. Everyone should listen to it. We're amazing. And it's just like, you're dog shit. No one cares.
We're
You're a
in Perth.
fucking loser. Like, get over it. And that was always my thing with any band I've been in, where like when it started to get too serious, I'm like, I'm all good with the serious side of like, let's make some money off these shows. Let's make it pay for itself.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But when it became like a, we're too good for this, or I'm like, we're never too good for anything.
yeah.
Like, dude, we're just people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we're just fucking people. I can barely play my instrument well. You're like, you know, fucking knock yourself out.
Is that
it's
rum?
just- No, it's cognac.
It's joy. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
I don't know. Some of it makes sense, but not when we're in Perth.
No.
Like, whoop-de-doo, you're fucking playing amplifier or whatever.
But none of it
Yeah.
makes sense. Just like have fun again. Take it back
Yeah.
to. Like that's why the whole thing feels dead, because it feels forced and it doesn't
Yeah.
feel real.
Well, I
Music is like literally when you write a song, right? You're sitting there enjoying it, feeling what you're writing, and then
Yeah.
when you write it, you're generally like, "This is sick." It's all for feeling, and
Yeah.
then
It's
now
sick because
all
of what you're
that's
doing with
gone
your
out
mates.
of it. Yeah,
It's sick because you're there with your mate. Like normally there's like two or three, in the band that are actually doing it, like the majority of the songwriting, and then other people come in, add their elements and whatever.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, it's like you're drinking with your mate, you're writing some songs, you're having a good time. That was always the fucking big pull for me. That was sick. Sitting down, like me and another dude playing guitar together, fucking
Bouncing ideas
coming
off
up
each
with
other.
ideas,
Yeah.
and like you'd write a little bit, and they'd be like, "Oh, I know what to do with that," and then they'd add their little bit,
Yeah.
and then you come with something cool, and you both listen back to it, and you're
Fuck,
like,
no one does that anymore.
I fucking love how this sounds.
Yeah.
That's cool." And so that's
having a
that's what I
jam.
fucking love.
No
I
one does that
fucking
anymore, man.
Love that.
That's
man.
gone.
Yeah, well,
completely.
I wouldn't if I ever fucking pick up the guitar again and do it in any sense.
Yeah.
That's how I'm doing it.
Fair enough.
And it will be with Clint because me and Clint have that. And I mean, fuck, I caught up with him a while ago. He just got bought this new fucking Maynez from his boss. Dude, like custom build took 2 years.
Yeah.
It's a fucking weapon of a
Oh,
guitar.
I got a
It's
Maynez.
Didn't he
nice.
buy it for
fucking
him?
great.
Huh?
Didn't his boss get it for him?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something as a
yeah, yeah.
present?
So yeah, his boss
Yeah.
basically his boss was like, I want to show Clint that I appreciate what he's been doing for my company and whatnot. And he was like, I don't know what to get him. And then he asked a few of his mates, and they were like, get him a guitar. And so then fucking the word got around, and so all the mates started messaging each other. And then one reached out and just said, if you could build any guitar, what would you build? And he was like, oh, cool, I have the link right here. He's like, I've been building them online for fucking 5 years. Bang, there it is. And so Jesse got sent that, and then he just built it in secret. And then one day, like Clint was at the yard, they're having a beer on a Friday.
They're fucking expensive.
And
to
Jesse
build one.
Jesse was like, come with
$5,
me.
$6 grand.
Yeah, it was literally like a $5, $6
They
grand
offered me
guitar.
an endorsement.
Yeah.
Right? Because it was
I
peak,
remember.
peak make way for man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sweet, I'll build one. So they're like, give us your specs and we'll build it. And I'm like, great. So
And now
I
give us all your money.
yeah, dude. And so I'm like,
What'd you
this
get,
is
like,
my
20
specs.
20% off or?
They said 20% off, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm only small fry compared to like, the periphery guys are on there and all these crazy
Yeah.
dudes.
Polaris
so I'm
and
like,
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm like, all right, well, I'll take what I can get.
Oh,
so,
he's in heaven now.
oh, yeah, it's true.
Well, one of them is.
The one that was spawning.
And yeah, so then they go,
So
okay, got your specs, we can start
He
making
literally
it.
killed himself. We should put him on the list.
Nah,
He was actually a legend, but that's the problem.
Yeah,
He's
he was.
such a nice dude.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
don't know,
another-
man. He didn't like me very much, eh? I didn't do anything to him.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah. He's got a good. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, good judge of character by the sounds of
He
it.
knows how to pick him. No.
Yeah. Yeah, but then they get back to me and they go, okay, it's $9.5 grand. I was like, is that with a discount? They're like, yeah. And I go, you can suck a dick. I'm not being on
I
main
love how
asset.
they offer you a sponsorship and they're like
Yeah.
20%. You're like, that's a Black Friday sale.
No, but
You fucking
it
cunt.
sounded like they added 20% though, because
shit,
well,
no
Clint,
shit.
Clint got a fucking nice guitar
Yeah.
with like good hardware, good everything, like good woods, good
Yeah.
pickups, the whole lot,
Must be-
everything that's expensive.
Yeah.
It was like 6K.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they actually like.
But there's a lot more competition now. Like,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
so many
yeah.
other, even fucking Ormsby, local WA, he's doing
Yeah.
great. He's selling
Oh, yeah,
guitars
there's
everywhere.
so many, and a lot of them are good.
Yeah,
I'll-
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: Ormsby guitars are dog shit.
I think they're all right. I've
Apparently,
played
the
one.
custom ones are different. Like the models in the shops are just they're made in
Well, he does-
Korea.
yeah, he doesn't make
they're
them.
mass produced.
And
yeah.
apparently
Yeah.
the actual handmade ones aren't, but I don't know. That's what people.
I played
I-
one, a Fan Fret one. It was pretty good.
I-
Thought it was good.
All the Ormsbys I've played, I've put down after like 10 minutes, and I've been
okay.
like, "This is trash."
They don't-
And
Yeah,
it's like I've played fan fret, I've played just normal fretted.
Well, the
They-
thing
They
is that
don't
he's
feel
like an
like a
old,
high end guitar.
he's like
to
a
me.
80s guy. So, like he's like a rock kind of guy. He's not a metal dude. Like, I mean, he's metal, but it's old school metal.
Yeah.
He's not like Genty or any of that shit. So I would feel like his frame of mind for building guitars is more in that old school era.
Yeah, but even when you try to play, like, because obviously we all have that sort of influence in us from when we were younger. Even if you try to play like basic riffs on it, you're like, this just doesn't feel good.
Okay.
100%.
Well, I'll be honest, mine-
ESP, the best guitar I own is from ESP in Japan.
Okay.
Hands down,
Well,
like,
anything
the,
Japanese is
the fucking best guitar ever. And I'll
Yeah.
never sell it.
Oh, yeah.
Ever. It's fucking so nice. ESP Horizon.
No one cares about our
NT7,
music talk.
fucking
We're going to
beautiful.
lose fans the more we talk about music.
I don't,
Remember-
give,
have
I
fans?
don't
Remember-
give a fuck.
Hey, hang on.
Remember when
Do we have fans?
I don't think we do now.
Yeah, too
Oh, well,
bad.
even fucking bloody the resident fucking troll's not here tonight. Well, he must be on holidays.
He must have killed himself.
He's
over
at,
there.
no, he's
Tasmania,
at
yeah,
the
killed
island.
himself over the
He's on the
fucking-
island.
He is on the
He is on the
His
island.
name was released on the list, so he's like,
He's on
fuck,
an
he's in
island,
hiding. Yeah.
and they do fuck their cousins, so close enough.
He's in a bunker. He's
Oh.
trying to hide. But yeah. No, I hell don't rate Ormsby's guitars. Sorry. I'm sure the custom ones are nice because they'd have to be because you couldn't have a good reputation if you're building shit custom guitars. But like even Bo's guitar, that L,
I've played that.
that's
What's Bo's
fucking
guitar?
amazing.
Yeah,
He's
it's hell
got
nice.
two of them. He's got
Yeah, the new one. I played his new one. It's
yeah,
fucking
with the,
sick. With the
Buckeye bell
yeah.
and the fucking like blue
Yeah.
resin in it.
Yeah. I
haven't seen it.
Fucking hell nice, dude.
You see, he's been playing it in all these videos he's put out
Yeah.
lately.
Oh,
They're a hell nice guitar. But the best guitar I've ever played was it starts with S. They build fucking wicked fucking customs.
Customs?
Yeah.
S.
It was this random like band that they were doing like genty techie stuff, and I was like, yeah, I can play bass for you guys for sure. And it was good, but I was smoking a lot of meth at the time, and that was my priority. So it never really like formed into anything because I
say
just
that?
I'd blow it
Look,
off.
fella,
all the time.
sorry, my priority's meth at the moment.
No,
Yeah.
I felt,
They're like, you're late. And he's like, yeah, meth?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
it was right before I joined Icon, and once I joined Icon, I was like, sweet, like this band actually has a footing. So
Well,
like,
that's sweet. They're also into meth.
yeah,
I'll fit in here.
Scaverison.
Oh,
Oh,
Sky,
Sky- Skirvison or something.
Yeah.
Vesson or
Yeah.
whatever.
They're Polish or something.
Dude,
Yeah.
he had
They're
this
hell
like
expensive,
8K custom guitar.
Are they good?
My lord, it was
I've heard
look
that.
it was so good. It's the only 8-string I've played where I'm like, this is comfortable. This is a nice guitar. Because most 8-strings are just too big.
Well,
I really don't
my one
enjoy
is
an 8-string.
massive, man.
Well, I
Yeah.
got my Barry 7 is as far as I'll go,
Yeah.
and even that was like a bit uncomfortable.
The
to
neck
play.
is huge on an 8-string.
yeah.
eh?
retarded, and so the Skevies had like a good.
Did you struggle
a-
to learn, like, to adjust to it?
Well, I
when you
went
started?
6 to 7 to 8, so not really.
7's not too much.
So
of
did I, but
Yeah.
and I
An
hated
adjustment.
8s.
Oh, okay.
Hated it when I played an Icon. I was fucking up heaps because it was on 8s, and I even like
Oh,
would
that's
say
very low, man.
I'd say to Cody, I'd be like, I can play this on a 7, man. I was like, I can just move shit from where you normally play it to somewhere else.
yeah, it
on
would
the
sound better,
fretboard.
to be honest.
Yeah, and,
It'd
and
fill it out more.
he was like, nah, his whole thing was like, it looks better for all playing on 8s, and I was like, no one cares.
Well,
and
they
he's,
probably
and
did
he's
at
like,
the
no,
time.
people can. I was like, but they don't.
No
one cares,
except
bro.
guitarists would even notice that.
Yeah,
But that's the
and
problem-
even still, a guitarist would be like, "Why aren't you playing an 8?" It'd be like, "For this reason." They'd be like, "Okay."
Well,
The
that's the thing.
guitars
The whole
probably
thing we were
wouldn't,
just
they'd
talking
know.
about, where like trying to put parameters on what happens. I fucking hate that. Can't stand it. If you come up to me and said, you know what, I'm going to play all this shit an octave higher, I'd be like, cool, get it done.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it.
Make
I don't
it
care.
sound good.
Is it going to sound good? Yes.
Yeah.
Fine. Don't worry.
It was the same thing when I think initially like Cody wanted me to play bass
Oh, yeah.
with Icon, and I said that's fine, but I'm playing in standard E, and he was just like, "No, but you need to be in double drop E."
You
Oh,
like the guitar
no,
it
you
is.
need
Why?
to be no, sorry,
The
not
bass register
not double drop, sorry, but drop E.
Drop it. Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not doing that. And he's like, why? And I was like, because it's going to
'Cause
cost
it
me like
sounds like
$5,000.
slop.
It's going to cost me $5,000 just to do that. Firstly,
Oh, yeah.
and then strings, I have to custom fucking order strings.
Yeah.
I was just like, bro, no one wants to hear a bridge cable go brr. Okay, so just fucking let me play in standard E. I was like, it'll
Well, you
sound.
coulda-
and he's
yeah.
like, oh, but it's in the same frequency, so it's gonna be fucked to mix. And I was just like, but it won't because the strings literally twice the thickness.
Yeah,
bro.
it still
I was
cuts
like,
through.
it's completely different.
Adam used to do it.
Fucking Meshuggah do
Oh,
it.
did he?
Yeah.
Meshuggah do it, man.
Because he didn't have an 8, obviously, so he would just octave the 7, the 6 bass.
Yeah.
String is still big bass.
Yeah.
But like, and
An
the sound-
Well, he
8-string
just would've-
bass is retarded.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
but,
a
be
fuck
honest.
yeah.
but a 6-string is your so you know a 4-string bass is just like if it's in standard, right? If you have a 5-string, you add a low B, and if you have
Yeah.
a 6-string, you add a high whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not actually set
Yeah.
up the same as a guitar is.
Yeah.
It's set up with one lower and one higher.
Yeah, right.
So
It's for
if
shredding.
if he stayed in E,
yeah.
perfect, literally
Yeah,
perfect.
I never had a problem.
Fucking
he
no
never
worries.
even used to tune. we'd have different tunes. Like I'd go to F sharp and then to A, and he would stay in the same and just
Yeah.
learn the songs
Yep.
in the one tune.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care, man. As long as you fucking hit the right notes, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and he's
So,
talented
so-
enough to do that. So
Well,
who
yeah,
gives a
he was-
fuck?
Yeah.
He's a freak. He's a
Yeah.
fucking monster.
Yeah, he's crazy good.
And that's
Yeah.
what I didn't like about like when the shit Jordan was saying and Make Them Suffer at the time, and probably still. And he was like, wrote all these drums, they fucking changed them all. I go, who changed them all? And like the guitarist. And I go, sorry, what? The guitarist changed your drums, and he's like, yeah, because he didn't like it. And I go,
You tell
how
him
about
to fuck
yeah,
off.
how about suck a dick?
Well,
and they're
so-
like, no, because we want this type of thing. And I'm like, who's we?
So
Like,
here's the thing that I was saying before, right? So you're sitting, it's you and a mate. You both got guitars in your hand. You're writing a song. You program some fucking trash drums to it, right?
Mm.
No guitarist ever. Sorry, none of them
I agree with
wrote
this.
good drums.
I agree.
Hand it over to the drum. You will write a solid, like you might
Yeah,
be like
foundation.
You might be like, I want to feel here, and
Yeah.
you might write something semi decent or even
Yeah.
really good.
yeah.
But I guarantee you, any drummer worth his salt will take it and fuck with it just slightly and make it so much
Just an
better.
idea for
And-
a beat or something.
Yeah,
that's what you
you'll
got.
change-
I don't
you'll
even
change
like
the
to do that.
tiniest thing. And then we used to do it with Jimmy, man. We would be like,
Oh,
here's
well,
some
Jimmy's pretty
programmed drums,
crazy.
and he would hear it and just be like, that, like, I get the song, and then we jam it, and he'd be doing different shit.
Yeah.
Literally didn't change the song, made it better. Like,
Well, usually
Yeah,
does.
you need that different thinking on it because
Yeah,
it
you
can
do.
be
You
need
too
everyone to
linear
add their
if
element
it's a
to it.
guitarist. It's
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
man, I played my 7 for the first time in ages, like last week. I just play acoustic all the time, which is fun. But
fag.
yeah, I know. Dude, Sammy, I actually had fun, man. I haven't played
Acoustic
it.
sick, bro.
No,
I
But
love
my
acoustic.
7, I actually had fun. I recorded just just wrote like a little fucking riff and recorded it. But
Hmm.
I have just look at. I never even think of picking it up anymore. You know, 'cause you
Yeah.
don't play it. Acoustic to me is like I always play, or I'll play my telly.
Yeah.
But dude, Sammy just got a Taylor and spent like $5,000 or something.
Yeah,
on it.
he was
And,
saying it
Yeah, I
fucking-
played. It's fucking epic, man. It's the
Yeah.
nicest. The intonation is perfect in every spot on the guitar, and he's
Yeah.
like never goes out of tune. He's like, yeah, it's amazing.
Just perfectly set up.
Yeah.
From factory? Or did he get someone to set it up here?
I think he might have set it up.
Yeah,
but I
okay.
think from factory it was still.
To be honest, Sammy's like on that level where if he set it up himself, it would be pretty bang on.
Yeah,
like
he's pretty good at-
Well, he takes his time with those things. He doesn't rush into anything.
Yeah.
You know, and he would like make minor adjustments and let it set for a week and then play it again and be like, oh, I'm sliding truss rod this way, bit of this and that. You know,
Oh,
But
I was
how
so
do you
scared.
get the intonation on an acoustic? That's what I like. I can do my like electric guitar, but how the fuck do you adjust the intonation on an acoustic guitar? Because you know you can obviously like adjust the action,
Yeah.
but on an electric,
well,
you
action's a big part of it, I think, because obviously you don't want to be pressing down too hard because
Yeah.
that's where you start to get your like quarter
Hot
tones
semi-
from.
yeah.
And then, to be honest, when it comes to like your bridge nut,
What do you do? With
I
it?
don't know.
I took it to my
Do you
acoustic.
get a thinner one? Do you get a misshapen one? Do you have to fucking
File it,
gouge
or-
out a part of your fucking guitar and then put it in a different way? Like, I don't know.
I took my guitar, the acoustic, to the guys at Rockin', and they actually did a sick job for
Oh,
like
Rockin'.
$80, and it went from being shit. It's a good acoustic, but it was playing like shit to
Yeah.
being like brand new and perfect. They nailed it.
The other
Really good.
person is Jason from Mega Music. He used to be in the Mega Music in Myrie, but now he's in Malaga. Dude, honestly, if you go in there and just be like, only Jason can touch this, I'll pay whatever or I'll wait whatever, he'll do a fucking good job.
Yeah,
He was the like guy that I used to go to all the time, and then he moved to Malaga, and I was like, I'm not fucking driving to Malaga.
No.
So I
you have to
stopped
be
going.
a full guitar nerd,
You do.
to do that stuff.
Yeah.
I did one of my 7 a while back because the action was fucked, and it got it pretty decent. But you get to the point where you're just like,
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
this is gay.
Yeah. My 7 set up really good, but my fucking input jack is fucked. So like I'll plug my lead in and it dies out. It's the standard jack that came with the guitar, and it's clearly got some wiring
Just need a
issues.
bit of
or-
soldering on the.
I think so. I could honestly, I'm a Sparky now. I could
There's
open
another
it up
guy in
and probably fix
Perth.
it myself, but I'd rather just fucking give it to someone and be like, solve this.
Yeah.
Thanks.
There's another guy in Perth that does custom guitars, artificial guitars or something.
Oh,
He's a.
you're not talking about the.
He's
I
on
know-
my Instagram. I don't
It's
know his
not that
name.
brand where they're like carbon fiber guitars. Not that. one.
Nah, I think it's called Artificial Guitars.
Yeah. Right.
He's just like a at his house, I think, just like a shed thing, and but he's trying to start up. I don't
The
know
idea of that pisses me off.
what making
Cut
guitars.
down rare trees. Cut
Yeah.
them down.
Cut the knots off them.
Yeah.
All right.
I
I was
want-
gonna get one. Remember those
I want rosewood. I want fucking
those digital
proper
guitars?
ebony.
Bell.
Did you see?
Yeah.
The what?
It's a guitar with strings, so it's analog in that sense, but it's digital.
Oh yeah,
You've
yeah,
seen
yeah,
that?
yeah.
So you can like set it on MIDI to like change tune whenever you want, and you can just do it on your guitar. You can change.
Well, it's
the
all
tune.
it's all MIDI.
It's all MIDI, yeah.
It's all MIDI.
But you
It's
can
just-
program it as in.
Yeah.
So during the song, you want to double drop it for the
Oh,
for the
hang on.
breakdown.
So it's an actual guitar.
It's a guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
So you would tune it to standard, and then you can just play whatever in any tuning.
Yeah, you just set the strings to a certain tension
Yeah.
that it feels good,
Yeah.
and then you change the tuning just by
Yeah.
pressing buttons.
You know the guys from 12 Foot Ninja had something
Yeah,
like that, right?
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The Shuriken, eh?
That's the one, Shuriken. I was
Yeah,
trying
so you're
to
talking
remember
about that.
the name.
Yeah, yeah. So he had his guitar jack input, and then he had a fucking XLR input right next to it, and the XLR was like the MIDI.
The MIDI,
fucking-
yeah.
yeah.
So you get to a breakdown and you just drop it from like say E
You
standard
don't
to
even need
double
to,
drop
you don't
E.
even- you program it.
You program it, yeah.
So you're playing with the fucking thing in the background,
Yeah.
and then when it hits over, your Axe Effects is like, cool, we're
Just
in
change
drop
it,
mud
yeah.
now, and
Yeah.
then it's just, you don't have to do a fucking thing.
pretty
and
cool.
instant, bro. So good.
And you can turn strings off. So if you're doing a solo or some shit
Yeah.
and you don't want the interference.
Do you
Pretty cool.
remember when I was in high school, they brought that out on a Gibson, and it was
Did
a
they?
fucking cool thing. So this.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so I went to high
Yeah.
school with this kid who he's a fucking loser. His name's Harry Davies, and if you're listening, kill yourself. You're a fucking loser. But your dad was a fucking sick guitarist, and you were a shit guitarist, and it was only cool to be friends with you because I got to play awesome fucking guitar. His dad was loaded. He's in like real estate, and he had a fucking studio in his house.
Yeah.
And he would record Christmas albums for people. And just
Oh,
like
really?
release-
What?
yeah, like, but it'd be like rock and stuff. But he
Uh.
just loved playing music, but was like never. He was too busy with his business to really do anything with it. So he would just have fun with it and then release it to his mates. And as opposed to getting his wife to write a Christmas card, you get a Christmas album.
It's pretty
And
cool.
he like wrote songs.
Yeah.
He wrote songs about like what he did that year. It's fucking.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea.
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, this kid had this fucking like $5,500 Gibson, and it had automatic tuners on it. So he'd literally
Oh,
just
I
be like
remember the
bing,
automatic,
and it'd be like
yeah.
bzzz,
Yeah, I
and
remember
tune it.
those. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also had like a tuning selector. So you'd be plugged into an amp, and it was in the pickups. The whole program was in the pickups back in the day. So it would hear an E and output like drop A.
Oh,
Yeah. So like you could like put it into drop D, wouldn't have to change the tuning.
That's
you just have to
crazy.
change how you play the guitar. It was
Oh.
fucking
Yeah.
killer, man. It was weird though if like you know when you get the acoustic sound and you can hear it. So you'd be
Yeah.
like playing a song and it sounds horrible.
doesn't sound great.
But through the amp it sounds mint, but you can still hear that difference. It was a cool concept, but it was like fucked.
Yeah.
You have to do it with
sure
Yeah,
your
it's
it
pretty
never
good
really
now.
took off.
well, it
did
didn't. Even those Shurikens, no one really.
Yeah.
No one really. Everyone still likes the old school.
I think it
design.
always will be.
also
People
looks
still
cooler
play
to get-
tube amps, you know.
They do. Yeah.
Like people are always gonna like. I mean, a tube amp sounds sick.
Sounds
like
way better than digital. Yeah.
Wow.
a tube
100%.
tube
Yeah.
amp and a fucking like a Fender
Yeah.
sounds fucking amazing. It always will.
I had a fucking diesel Herbert. And that thing was fucking ridiculous, man. It never went past like 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like every time I went to a show, they're like, "Why did you buy this? Like, you can't even turn it past 2 in this fucking room, or everyone's gonna have to leave."
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right.
Because it's ridiculous.
The
That's why.
Metallica were using 2 of them to power all their fucking rig for for their shows.
They just output
Just
power
2.
like a fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
Joel had his like 40th the other day, and his mum made all these his Fender. They were biscuits with his Fender.
Yeah.
But she went as far as to making the fucking wear and tear exact on the biscuit. They were so sick. That little
What the-
they were
That's pretty
so
crazy.
detailed, man. It was actually fucking epic.
That's awesome.
It was good. He had like played a couple songs there. Man, I haven't played in fucking years. And I got up, had a little bit of adrenaline. It's hell fun.
Yeah.
man. I haven't
Where
been
did
on
you play?
stage. on the week on Saturday.
What?
It was just that they had like it was like Joel's. It was Norfolk basement. He had like he'd hired the whole place out, and then everyone was there, and it just had like he had people playing, and he just wanted us to get up, played a couple. Sick fun, but I miss that, eh?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I played a gig at the Norfolk basement. It's actually a cool little venue, man.
Sick, man. I've never been there before.
Yeah, I played there years ago.
It sounds pretty good as well.
Does it?
It sounds okay. It's a basement venue. It's never going to sound great.
It's limestone, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's it's.
It wasn't like I mean for a small venue, it wasn't hideous.
For what he plays, it's perfect.
Yeah.
For like I played a metal gig there. It was
that'd be horrible.
Not
this was
metal,
all
but
just
like,
acoustic there.
Law of Attraction was like kind of wannabe metal, but it was a little bit alternative.
Grunge sort of shit.
Yeah, kinda. I don't know what you'd describe it like. Very carnival influenced metal esque. Yeah.
Well, I
proggy,
I joined this because I was trying to find a singer again. I got a couple of potentials, so that's cool. But I joined this like messenger group for like local metal in Perth, and I just posted it and said, "What bands are around now? Like I'm way out of the loop.
Yeah,
fucking just let me know." No one said anything,
dude. I don't think there is anymore.
No, I don't think there is. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Is
but like, who gives a
But
fuck,
think
bro?
about what band have you even heard coming up in Australia? None.
No,
Australia hasn't produced any, even in America. I just don't.
I mean,
think
the last ones I can think of is like the Polaris and the Alpha Wolves and stuff.
And that was 10 years ago.
That's 10 years ago.
Do you think that it's dead? Is it dead? Like, is it?
I think the portion of it's kind of dead, but it's also like Drew was saying. No one's sitting down and jamming and banding.
Nah.
People are like online writing.
Yeah, that's
shit.
how it
There's
happens.
heaps of fucking just like solo dude. He'll play drums. He'll play guitar. He'll play bass. He'll do the
It
whole
all
lot.
seems like parody shit now.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't know, Hanson done in this style, or
Yeah,
Spice
there's
Girls in
heaps
this.
of that.
It's all that, like, because it's all
Well, I haven't
about
said that.
it's
I've
all
got a
about
cover song coming
clickbait. Yeah, but not like a cover. Yeah, but it's all like it's all about getting someone's attention. Like this song in this style and done like, or this song done like Blink-182 or something.
Dude,
you know,
okay. Are you talking about the Wonderwall done as Blink-182?
There's heaps of them. There's
Okay,
so
we need to
many
find
of
it
them.
because it's actually hell good.
Yeah, some of them are really good. I'm just saying, it's because of
I'll find it.
TikTok, man. Everything is parody and clickbait now.
Yeah, it's true. And the other thing is, like, remember how we were talking about that rapper that got famous for, like, because TikTok lets you add, sound bites. So he got famous for like a chorus of one of his songs.
Yeah.
Because everyone was using it as the soundbite for their TikTok video.
Yeah.
Right? So then he goes to play a show, and all of a sudden he goes from nobody to like fucking popular everywhere. So his show sells out. It was only a small venue, So everyone goes there, and they can only sing the chorus to one of his songs because they don't know anything else about him.
Yeah.
So like the whole crowd is completely silent, just sitting there like. And then as soon as the chorus bit comes, I'll go, yay!
What song
And
was
then
this?
So pathetic, eh?
Just this random rapper guy. He was like
from
one of the
TikTok.
first ones to sort of go viral with TikTok, how
Yeah,
they let you splice music.
Yeah.
So they knew one chorus that went for like 20 seconds of
And that
one of
was
his
it.
songs, and that was it. So then they all go to his show, right? Because they all want to
And they're just doing nothing until the chorus hits.
And then for 20 seconds, they're going off.
What's the fucking point, man? Like,
So now you can get famous for just a chorus.
yeah.
I
Because when
fucking hate TikTok.
it's
I went
pretty
and saw
fucked, man.
I went and saw Polaris play, with like Currents and that. It was fucking sick. It was a hell good show.
Currents good?
When was
Yeah,
that
man.
recently?
I hell
Currents
like
was
them.
sick. It was last year.
Are we gonna
like,
get
late
pulled
last
for
year.
this?
No, because it's a cover. It should be alright.
Are you going to pull me for it?
Oh,
But
I
yeah,
see.
so fucking, obviously their guitarist fucking necked himself, legend, and they got do you remember Wind Waker?
Yeah.
How they like released
yeah,
an EP
yeah.
and did like they got the guitarist from Wind Waker. He's like the perfect fit for him, man.
Or is he playing in Polaris? now?
He covered that Aussie tour. If you're covering the Aussie tour, you're probably going to join Polaris. Like for him, he's like, please let me join. Please let me join. This is my dream. Please, I'll suck anyone's dick. Please let me join. You know? So more than likely it'll happen because it makes sense for them. He's Aussie based. They record here in Australia. They use that Aussie engineer who does Alpha Wolf and stuff. He does all their live shows as well. So yeah, it was actually fucking sick, man. They did a really good job.
Yeah. all right.
Considering
Why
that,
wouldn't
like,
they just stay one guitar? I don't understand. It's not like Polaris's music really needs
Why, you
more
just
than one.
half of their shit's on a
'Cause
backing track.
That's what I
anyway.
mean. Like, it's,
yeah,
it's-
but they also do like there's a lot of their songs have like ripper solos in them, and I fucking hate when I watch a band
They
and
backing-
they're backing the rhythms. When
How
there's a ripper
sick would
solo.
it be though? They put all his stuff, even the solos, on the backing track and have a cardboard cutout of him just at the front.
Not
He's
even
like,
just dig up his corpse and just have him like on
Weekend the
strings.
Birdies,
just go- just
Weekend
go-
the Polaris.
just go down the street, grab any fucking Chinese guy, chuck him on there, and go, it's him.
Yeah, that's it. That's
They
it.
won't know the difference.
His eyes aren't open. They never are. Yeah.
All right, let's listen.
So funny today. One of the boys at work says he's Thai, and we were
Thai.
going for Vietnamese food. I was like, man, you be into that? You can sit there and judge them food. And he's like, oh, fucking racist.
Why don't you ask him what he
anyone from
thinks?
Southeast
What did you
Asia.
say? Sit there and judge their food.
Yeah, I was like, you can sit there and judge their food. So it's up to you. But he's Thai, and then we're going to Vietnamese. He's like, oh, that's fucking racist.
Yeah, well, ask him what he thinks of fucking Vietnamese. Would be like, we're better than Vietnamese. 'Cause
But they're not.
Yeah, I
But
know.
they're not.
They think they're better than Indo and Vietnamese.
But they're all
and
trash.
Cambodians.
But they're all trash.
And Malaysians. They think they're better. Thai, honestly, they think they're the best out of all of them.
But Japan is the best.
Yeah, I know, but then they don't think
it's
they're
not
better
even
than-
on the fucking. Not even on the
No,
same
but- no, I'm just
scale,
talking about
bruv.
South.
Wait, let's
East.
ask.
They're black
Ask
Asians,
the
bro.
man
That's what they
himself.
are.
Who's the best in your opinion?
Well, what
Japanese.
metric are we talking though?
Southeast Asia.
But no, but for what metric? Like best
I
in
don't
what
know.
way?
Food.
Food.
Tapi.
I actually like Indo
no,
food.
no,
the
just
best.
overall food, culture, and
Well, I
fucking
can't. I
everything.
haven't been to Japan, so I can't tell you. Or
You've
South
had
Korea.
Okay, I'm just going to put this out there. You eat Japanese food
Yeah,
every
fuck yeah.
time you're on this pod, so Japan's number one.
Well,
already.
but okay,
Japan
so food.
is
If you
sick.
talk about food, then yeah, I'd probably rate Japanese first.
100%.
I like Indo food though. I don't like Thai only because it's hot, and I can't handle hot.
So
food.
is Indo food though.
Nah, not really. Some of it.
Mostly.
Some of it. Other than that, Vietnamese food.
What do you think of Easter Island food?
Easter Island.
What do you
food.
think about
Epstein's
Phil-
Island food?
Yeah.
What do you think about Filipino food?
Dog shit. It's
What do you think
absolute
about
dog
Solomon
shit.
Island food?
Well, it's good.
Food from the Solomon
I've heard.
Islands,
I don't know. I would have no idea.
the Marshall Islands.
Marshall Islands, Bikini Islands.
Yeah, Bikini. What's
a bit
Bikini
radioactive.
Island food like?
It's a bit radioactive, but other than that,
I think Japan's food's a bit radioactive.
yeah,
now
it's
again.
true. Yeah.
Hit by a 7.5
Oh yeah,
fucking
they did.
earthquake.
Actually,
eh?
so did the Philippines and somewhere else.
Did you also see there was just a random tidal wave in California?
Yeah.
And they
What was
didn't-
that about?
They
in
didn't.
Cali.
Yeah, and they didn't. No one picked up on it apparently. People were just standing on the beach, and it just goes. whoosh.
Yeah, and it
And
fucked
there's
all
like-
these
Was
people
it
up.
actual tidal wave though, or was it just
Yeah.
like
It was pretty big, man. It
full
went all the
tidal
way
wave.
down like
He's-
streets, like
oh,
blocks in.
shit.
Yeah, it was like a
So it
wall.
did some
like,
damage, yeah,
and
yeah,
went-
yeah.
It wasn't big enough to like knock houses over, but
Nah.
Yeah.
everyone was getting bowled over, and it went like way up.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah,
proper
right.
tidal wave. Yeah,
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck knows why. But
Climate change is a bitch, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's watch
Shame it's
this
been
then.
happening.
Climate change.
Shame it's been happening forever.
Yeah.
And not a recent thing.
How
Anyway.
good was it how all Christmas holidays you couldn't even have a nice day? They're like, nice sunny day. Hang on, let's spray shit everywhere. And then it blows in and gets all fucking starts settling and it's just hideous.
We had a few shitty days, but I mean, at Roto, you're generally pretty alright because there's not enough fucking landmass for whatever the fuck they do to really impact it. So
Yeah.
it's mint. The only problem was the wind was blowing the wrong fucking way for like the first couple of days. That
Oh.
pissed me off.
not much you can do.
What way is the wrong
okay.
way for Roto? You can go anywhere.
Yeah,
Right?
no, but if you're at Narrowneck, you want a sou'wester.
Where's Narrowneck?
Narrowneck's near the west end, but you want a sou'wester because you are protected from that side. So, but it was blowing fucking like easterlies and shit.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
was
just
blowing
like,
it-
what the fuck is
the
going
whole
on right now?
like probably for the last 2 months. There's easterlies all night.
It's mostly
all
it's
day.
mostly sou'westers now.
Yeah, it's
but
been
like,
windy as fuck.
Yeah,
man.
the
So
last week.
summer in Perth is like this, right? You wake up, it's blowing easterly.
Yeah.
Midday, no wind.
Nothing.
2 o'clock, sou'wester,
Yeah.
humdinging. That's what you
But
want.
how weird was it how there was easterlies
Bring
all
back
night?
humdinging. Humdinging needs to be
Terms
on
that
the
needs to come
fucking
back.
comeback. I use humdinging way too much.
Humdinger. I haven't
Yeah.
used it for a long time,
Yeah.
but I will now.
Some people. What photo did you just take?
I was just looking at my eyes. A bit sore.
Yeah, I thought you were just taking some selfies.
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
it's a couple
Like, hold on a
quick
sec,
selfies.
it looks,
TikTok.
it
Gotta do a
looks a little
TikTok
bit
clip.
swollen actually. You maybe have a sty.
Yeah, it feels like.
Do ya?
it.
You got a
Feels
sty.
I hate them, eh?
It's fucking dog
They're
cunt.
annoying.
Yeah, you got pink sty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pink eye. Yeah.
Pink eye.
Did you fart my pillow?
Yeah, I definitely did. No, it's because you got a daughter now. She's shitting everywhere.
Yeah, probably.
There's just shit particles in the air everywhere.
Shitting. It's basically just milk. They just shit milk
Yeah,
everywhere.
oh, by the way, all our listeners, he's a dad now.
And he's
Can you
not said one dad
fucking
joke yet.
believe
I've been
it?
waiting
Yeah.
for it, but he hasn't.
They're coming. They're coming.
coming.
You also haven't talked about it like it's this life-changing thing. Like everyone else is like, the moment you have a kid,
Yeah.
your whole fucking life
So let me
changes.
tell you
You're
about-
there just being like, no.
That's a lie.
Anyway,
yeah.
Epstein's
Same
a
old
It is
person.
well, the thing is, like before,
don't
because
love her.
everyone told me to be like that, and I knew in my head it wouldn't. Because,
Yeah.
you're a realist. You know what life's like.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of the time when people say that, it's because they feel like that's what they're meant to say.
Yeah.
And then when you have the kid, it gets ripped out, and you're like, what the fuck
Rip
is it?
started out.
Rip started out.
Yeah, full rib started out like
Yeah.
that. But no, because she had to get a cesarean, but they pull it out, and you're like, I've never seen an actual newborn baby ever in my life.
Neither.
It's
And I-
hectic, right? They're
I
all
was
like
like,
purple
what-
and shit.
Yeah, full, and you're like, what the? And you
Put
like,
it back,
can't.
put it back.
Yeah.
But then
You're like, this
after,
bitch has been fucking a smurf. That's not mine, eh?
yeah, but then I was like, it takes a while to sink in. Like you go home and you're like, oh, like I've got a daughter, or
Oh,
I've
I
got
gotta
a kid.
feed this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And you like
Damn.
and then you come back, but it wasn't until I actually, got to spend time with her, and I was like, oh, she's actually sick. And
Yeah.
then
Before then, you're like, I hate this.
no, because you don't feel. I don't think feel that it's not
connection.
like this.
gotta
Everyone's
build a
like
connection.
everything changes in that
Well,
moment.
is there a lot of
Like,
women that have like?
I think it does for
they
the
get
woman.
postnatal depression or whatever, and they reject the kid.
Sometimes.
That
So
happens,
women,
yeah.
it's not
Not all the
always, but
time.
yeah, sometimes.
So no
yeah.
one told me until right before that women basically get hormones that make them severely depressed. All of them, straight after.
Yeah.
It's like nature.
Why?
It's weird, man. But
It's because when a woman
So
falls
you don't-
pregnant, their hormones go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
think about it as like an overcorrection to get back to normal.
And the
so there
baby-
is that period of like, what the fuck?
the
Yeah,
baby
you got to
ba-
recalibrate.
The baby
I get that.
sucks
That's
it
it.
all out of it. Basically
Yeah.
takes
Oh, right.
like
all the
Yeah.
good stuff.
estrogen, everything,
Yeah.
everything like lowers.
Is it that
Succubus.
like
They're a
once you've had
succubus.
in evolutionary terms,
Succubus?
is it once you've had the baby that basically you're not really supposed to be around much longer? Is that what it is? Is it this is like you've done your purpose?
Maybe.
So fucking die.
Well, no, a lot of women died in childbirth.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
No, I
So
think
maybe-
you're meant to literally pump heaps out.
Heaps. Yeah, I guess you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's true.
But yeah, the weird thing is now is that like women think it's weird now to want to have kids. Like we live in it's actually,
Yeah.
to be honest, it's sick. It's a cool experience. It's not, I was like, how are you going to feel about it? There's all those questions for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
And then the more, when you see them, you actually you fall in love with them. They're wicked,
Well, that's it. The moment
And-
you touch them and hold them, like wipe all the goop off. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to fucking deal with that shit. It's disgusting. And then they come out and you're like, yeah, sick. Like, it's not purple anymore. It's clearly mine. That's great.
Yeah, it's not a
you know,
Smurfs kid.
Yeah. So
It's not Papa
I
Smurf.
think for the dude that I've never experienced it, but I think that's pretty normal.
Yeah, and you start to like
Yeah.
they grow on you every time you see him. You can't help but smile, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, I think I'm starting to get
Yeah.
why.
I think you'll probably
it's sick.
obviously it's an all new thing, but like I think in my head the thing that would be most beneficial and you would feel the best about is when you teach your kid things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know, when it starts understanding and learning and all
Yeah.
that.
I think that's when the dad comes in heaps too. In that like those years when they start talking, and you can
Yeah.
the mum's like real, like the mum's doing most things, and you're just there to bring the oranges and the water at half time, basically.
Well, how's it like?
But-
Like even if you say you got like I don't know, you go to your family thing and and your cousin was only this
I'm
big.
sure Laura's gonna love that comment.
I've already said it to her. I'm just there for moral support, really.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah.
like trying to
Fucking oath
make
you
sure
are.
they're
Yeah.
comfortable.
Because
and-
here's
yeah.
how it goes, right? The first,
You're
let's
there just
say
holding
10
the tit
years.
up like this. Eh?
The first,
Want an orange?
the first 10 years, maybe longer. Let's go
Tit?
12
You want
years
a tit?
of a baby's life. The mother is the most important.
Yeah.
Then once you get past that 12, you become more important because
Yeah.
then you've got to teach them some hard fucking lessons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the mum won't do it as good as you do it.
Yeah, you
So-
do. You do realize.
Depends
you,
on the mum. My mum was pretty good with hard lessons.
Oh, so was mine, but
Yeah.
I mean, men are always going to be a little bit more less emotional about it, and
Yeah,
you know,
100%, yeah.
It
lay
is
some
good
law
to
down.
have both. I think.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you-
But like, obviously, when
You need
a
a
kid's
balance.
first born,
Yeah.
the dad is pretty much fucking useless. Just
Well,
go to
yeah.
work, keep making money. That's your job.
Yeah. And you don't know, dude. Actually, one thing that was interesting when we got home, like, so after New Year's, or like to pick her, went at mid morning to get Laura and the kid, and we brought her home that night. We were just sitting there and we're like, what the fuck do we do now?
I bet
Yeah.
everyone has that thought. eh?
Like the fucking
So
the
my-
nurses aren't there anymore, and it's like I don't know what to do.
My-
Luckily, Laura does it. I'm fucking useless.
My
Yeah.
supervisor had this, where he's a mate of mine. I played in his band with him for a little bit. House of Judgment.
Oh yeah, I know.
so-
yeah, he
so-
came on the pod.
Yeah, Nathan.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
Nathan.
fucking sick cunt. So Nathan's fucking just had his daughter. She's maybe 5 months now.
Yeah, I've seen her
Last I talked to
video.
him, maybe 4.5. When I actually asked him about Ada, and she's clearly like a fucking newborn. Like he's super new to it, and the first thing he said to me is like, when you have a kid, he's like, all the prep you do, everything, like you've got the cot, you got all these bots, you got fucking
Doesn't
dummies.
matter, yeah.
He was just like, bro, you don't have what you need, and you will only figure it out once you have the kid. He was just like, it's one of those things because he had that same moment.
Yeah.
We sat down there like, now what? Where we've got the kid
And
and,
it's
it's like,
forever,
it
and you're
starts
like, oh.
screaming, and you're just like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And you sit there, you like rock it, and they're still screaming like fucking shit. It's
trial
not,
and
it's not
error,
really
eh?
not really doing anything. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a
forever.
fucking experience.
At
eh?
that moment when it hits you, you're like, oh, this is forever, and I
Yeah.
have no idea what to do.
It's
and
not if you want to be an absent father.
Yeah.
That's the best
like
thing.
my
I think.
Thai
Their
children.
dad's
Nah,
dead,
I don't know what
yeah.
happens with them. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I just send them
true.
money occasionally.
Yeah, I've got 50,000 kids in Thailand.
Yeah, you just bail, bro. Just
Yeah,
bail.
yeah.
It's
That's what everyone else does. You might as well. 70% of marriages are fucking die in the ass nowadays. So.
It is yeah, it is crazy. A lot of people do find it hard to stick around, though.
Yeah.
do.
But
It's fucking sick, but congrats, by the way.
Yeah,
we
cheers,
never
man.
got
Yeah.
to fucking
Cheers.
Cheers.
It happened at like the weirdest time of the fucking year. That's what we never got to really celebrate.
Yeah, the first thing I said was
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
poor kid. Now it's gonna the bloody birthdays is just no one gives a fuck.
know.
It's New Year's, fuck you.
I know it was meant to be the second.
No more fucking in March, bro. Alright? No more fucking
why don't
in
you
March.
fucking
It was terrible.
March is a fucking like just FAP only. Like maybe get
Fap
Laura.
only March.
Yeah, maybe get Laura to flop her tits out, but that's it. No
That's
further.
actually a really
No
good point
further.
to anyone that's gonna do it. Don't
Yeah.
fucking march.
Yeah.
That's a
Don't
really good
fucking
point.
march.
Well, see, well, that's
It
why
w-
there's most babies are around like October, right? November and before.
Beginning
because,
of the year.
Because
Yeah.
the holiday period.
You want to be
Yeah.
like
They-
me. You
everyone-
want to be like me. September, baby.
Well, that's
Mum and
still
dad.
right.
They fucking knock off work. It's sweet. They got a few weeks off. They
Yeah,
get
a few weeks
drunk.
off, that's it.
They fuck and bang. September comes around and I'm there just like,
Yeah, it's
ready.
not bad time.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
yeah.
It was hectic that time of year. I was like, fuck's sake, there's all this shit, New Year's, everything's hectic.
Yeah.
Shops
Yeah.
are shutting, fucking, it's just a complete nightmare.
Yeah.
But, yeah. No, it's
Well,
it's
But
definitely
you
cool.
can
I've
roll the whole Christmas birthday thing
Oh,
into
sorry.
one. You're like, we're poor.
Yeah.
Get used
I
to
just
it.
realised.
All right? And then really you're just making squillions
It's
on the
either
side because
that-
you're in mining. And you're just like, we have so much fucking money, but I'll never tell this bitch that.
And
we're
then-
poor.
and then
Why do
they
we live in
find
a
out-
5-story mansion? Shut up. We're poor.
And then they find out, you're like, oh, actually, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. We don't celebrate Christmas or birthdays or anything.
Also, we're not
fun.
married, and now that I'm Jehovah again, I have to completely ostracize myself from you guys. And then you become an absent father. I'll see you when you're 18. Bye.
Oh, so maybe this religion ain't so bad after all.
Yeah, wait, imagine if you found God again. Let's watch this fucking video because
Well-
we've been meaning to watch it for ages. Come on.
okay,
Come
yeah.
on. Let's quickly
All
do
right,
it. It's
yeah.
fucking sick.
All right. Yeah. Let's do it.
We've been going for an hour, too.
Nearly 2, yeah.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Oh, yeah, this guy. This
Yeah.
guy, yeah, he does, Heath.
By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that
Yeah, right.
It's such a better version of the song.
Yeah, it is.
Straight
All
up.
his covers are pretty cool.
backbeat. The word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. Well, I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had it out. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
That little Tom thing that
Yeah.
Travis does at the Yeah, it's actually sick.
Wait for the chorus part. It's sick. Totally different song.
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty good.
That guy is good. He's like one of the few ones that does that. That's really good.
Yeah.
I was just about to
It's
do
the only video I've seen of his, but it's fucking killer.
He does heaps of them. They're all really good.
I
Yeah.
was just about to do the list, and then I remembered that we didn't get the winner of 2023.
Yeah, we never did
But
it.
you're not going to be happy.
Is it me?
No, it's not.
it you?
No.
Is it Josh?
No, it's not. Josh didn't even get on there.
Oh.
Who is it?
Hey,
Josh's
to all, our
newborn.
listeners, to all
No.
our listeners out there, why the fuck has Josh never made
Oi,
the list?
To be
Okay.
honest, I did get nominated last year.
No,
Did
you
ya?
didn't.
Yeah, I did get nominated. Someone nominated me for it.
Oh.
But we want it to be a legit
All right, so
nomination.
if we go first place is Jeff Watson.
Maybe he
So,
killed himself.
Maybe
then.
he did.
Maybe that's where it is.
Why would you think I'd be upset with that? I'm okay
Well,
with
because he kind of wants us to put him on the kill yourself list. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah, he's an
enjoys.
attention whore. He's a
attention
troll.
whore.
They're losers.
So
that. But you want to play footsies, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, come
the
here.
list is a list, though. Fuck, people voted.
To be honest,
Yeah,
I'm cool with it.
yeah.
I don't care. Like, it's not about him. You know, he wants it to be about him. And sure, he might think he can chalk it up as a win. Fine. But if anyone does deserve to kill themselves, he's definitely on.
Well, now
on
we
the
got to
list.
get this in grey.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah,
to.
I've
So
got a
Jeff
Sharpie.
Watson.
I'll just
I
right.
just don't want him on there.
I know, that's
Maybe
what I'm
we put
saying.
him down here
Yeah, all right, yeah.
because he's a
Okay,
piece of
him in
shit.
text or
how
something.
about
Put a
this?
post-it note
who
on
was,
there.
who was the second? Anthony Albanese?
Let me just have a look. So Anthony Albanese is 10%.
yeah.
I think he's he's runner up.
Go down.
No, there's nothing down here. 8%.
There's an 8%.
Tash Peterson.
Tash
Tash Peterson's
so
8.
okay. So Anthony Albanese
Class
is
shots
on
8.
there. Now what we do with Jeff is we get a little effigy made up of him and we'll put
Hang
him
him
in
from the
we'll put him
tree.
in the noose
Oh,
instead.
yeah, that's a good
gonna be
idea. Yeah, all right.
That way he doesn't make the gold plaque.
Nah.
But he's still a part of it.
Yeah.
That way he gets what he wants, we get what we want, everyone wins.
All right, deal.
And he's an insignificant human being.
Yeah, he is. But if we hang Jeff from the tree, do we get his sister also somewhere in there to reference the incest or
Yeah, we have to do something
there's
about
got to
that.
be some sort of
69 hang from
We'll
the
put
tree.
him on-
Oh no! Do you know what we do?
we put him on the incest list.
No. We get okay. Here's what we do. We get a little Jeff made up, but then
Yeah.
we get Sean and Marley's face and we glue them to his face because he's clearly got Down syndrome because he's a product of incest. So that everyone wins except
Yeah, he
Jeff.
can't
'cause
go
he's
on
got
there.
Down
Put a
syndrome.
He's
chicken
gotta go
burger
somewhere.
in there and be done with
Chicken
it.
burger. Chicken burger. All right,
Chicken burger on the list, eh?
Chicken burgers for the legends list.
All right,
actually.
so terms of need to.
You know what does need to
Sorry.
come back actually? Chicken burgers.
Yeah,
Remember
What was the one you just
get
said before?
pissed? Fucking humdingen.
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 Terms that need to come back.
Chicken burger.
Chicken burger.
Well, chicken burger just okay. So you know Royales
Yeah.
and how they make just joy chicken
Yeah.
burgers.
I never get 'em
haven't
anymore.
had one in forever. Bring back good chicken
we used
burgers.
to always get chicken burgers.
These
That was a
downies
thing,
are
eh?
fucking onto something, I tell you. It used to be the notorious PIG.
Yeah.
And then it was chicken burgers.
How good was that?
Their
Their burgers
it's
were
still joy.
the buffalo chicken burger's epic.
It is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, have you been to that rib lane in in Mount Lord, dude. It's open till 3 in the
Rib
morning
Lane.
on the weekends.
Really?
They do beers and
What?
ribs and burgers. It's like a diner, and the ribs are epic, like the best
That
ribs in
is
Perth.
amazing. That it's still open that
dude.
way.
You get the rack of ribs is this big, like this.
That's amazing.
That's
And-
awesome.
and
Most
they're
places in
George.
Perth, if you
Jess's
try to
rack
get a
is
fucking
about
meal
They
this
at
do
big.
9
chili
p.m.
barbecue and normal barbecue. The wings are the best
Yeah.
buffalo wings in
Because
Perth.
Jess's rack is about this big, and that,
Yeah.
you know, and sometimes you're like, what about a bit more
Including
rack?
her
Yeah.
ribs.
Yeah, yeah.
Including her ribs.
Terms that need to go.
Jess
We got
is
any?
No, I'm kidding.
I can't think. I don't have any. So, oh,
terms that need to go. That's a we had
We didn't-
one. No, we had one. Fucking part of the team.
oh,
team
yeah.
player.
Team player.
Team player.
Yes, team player definitely needs to go. I fucking
when,
hate
when
that.
you're at work and you fucking push back on something because it's retarded, and they're like,
Yeah.
I thought you were a team
Thought
player.
you
That
Team
means you're just
player.
an NPC. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were a moron that didn't think for himself.
Yeah, yeah.
No, clearly wrong.
Legends list. Who we got?
No
Anyone?
one.
Have we talked about anyone
who's
today?
done anything
Chicken
legendary?
burgers.
Chicken burgers.
Chicken
Yeah.
burgers on the Legends list.
That's fair.
You know what I miss the most? Is Dan Owens' constant food on the Legends
yeah,
list.
I remember that.
Oh, yeah.
I miss that so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell. Poor Dan, eh? That's
Yeah.
such a shame.
He should go on the legends list.
He did, but
Johnny
he
Yeah,
Bonds.
he's
immortalised
up there.
himself on the Legends list
And the
last
kill
year.
yourself list
Yeah.
for some reason.
Well,
Yeah, someone.
James Go fucking put him on there,
Where's
eh?
James go?
Fucking rough as gut. But honestly, if
I
any,
feel like
if
he
any
would
of
have
the-
liked that though.
If any
Yeah,
of
he
the
would've.
Owens crew are listening, like Shayla shit name, if you guys are still tuning in, like we haven't
Fuck,
forgotten
yeah.
you. We love you. And that honestly, like out of this whole experience, that was probably one of my pinnacle things. Because as a fat cunt, love of food.
Yeah,
love some
yeah,
food.
that was awesome.
And he
Yeah, and
would
he'd
just
always
he'd
be
get-
eating these random things.
Yeah,
as well.
he could get blind to be like Vegemite on toast on the Legends list. Like just the fucking dumbest
Yeah,
shit.
but he said it because he was eating it.
Yeah.
At home. So whatever the fuck he was eating, it'd be
Is
like
that
some,
why?
Yeah, it was some always random as fuck.
So it's just whatever he's eating and be like,
Yeah.
what's on the Legends list? Oh, on my plate.
Yeah.
Steak on the Legends list.
Someone just,
hectic,
someone,
man.
Devin just said Cat Williams for the Legends
Yeah,
list.
100%.
So yeah,
100%.
I think I'd have to back that one.
yeah, definitely.
It's worth
dude.
watching that whole clip.
We
the
need
whole
to, okay,
podcast.
because last year we fucked this. So I'm going to start. Let's go back real quick.
Well,
I'm
so-
going to start a notes because we actually need to do this. So terms, we had Humdingen.
for terms that need
Yeah.
to come back. Terms that need to go is team player.
Yeah.
Cat Williams Legends list.
Yeah.
Extinction list. We got anyone? Anything? What have we talked about? The
Epstein.
Golden Globes
Yes.
for the
I
extinction list.
Okay.
Epstein's Island.
Yeah, no, bring it back.
Extinction was.
Well, it is back. Someone bought
Golden
it.
Globes.
Hollywood.
Yeah, yeah.
Just Hollywood in general. It is done.
It needs to go. Yeah,
It's done.
for sure. And then kill yourself list
Leonardo DiCaprio because he's on the.
because he's a pedo.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some more. Joe Rogan on the Legends list. Yeah, all right. It's a new year. We can put him on.
Leonardo.
Joe Rogan can go back on. He was like one of the first ones, I think, on there.
And so Legends was
what?
Chris
Rogan.
Cuomo.
Oh, from
I
the
fucking hate that cunt.
Kill
He's
yourself.
such a flog, eh?
wow, what has he done?
He's a dickhead on CNN. That was, you
Oh,
know, the
yeah.
anchor, the one that was interviewing.
Yeah,
The,
yeah, he's a dick.
Kill yourself, Chris.
Cuomo,
How the fuck do you spell
it's like
Cuomo?
CUM.
something like
I
that.
think.
Yeah,
I think it's just like that.
CUOMO.
That's
Or
Camo.
that's Camo.
Camo.
Yeah.
That's Camo.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
The spell.
Chris Camo.
That's
It's spelled something like that.
and it's pronounced Cuomo.
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 Yeah. He's a fucking
Hey,
faggot.
do we have a blokes in denial list?
Yeah.
Because that bloke's in denial. Your name's Camo.
It's
Camo.
like Cockburn.
Dude, 100%. If that bloke was born in Australia, he'd be a fucking
Do we have
living
any?
legend.
Can we get some new sponsors? We had Stezzers and Firearms,
Stezzers.
and then Winfield Blues. We need some new sponsors.
We had fucking Stezzers.
If anyone can think of new sponsors, let us know.
Steroids.
Can you calm down, please?
Well, that's the first show for the year.
The first show for the year, and I'd like to end it by saying, Drew, He's going to go into 2024 being a steroid addict, just the way he left
Well, look at him.
2023.
He's fucking huge
a
at the
steroid
moment.
addict. He's got problems with steroids. He's a
I don't have problems
steroid
yet.
addict.
I will.
I don't think he has problems with them. I think they're doing exactly what he wants
You know,
them
he's
to
got a-
do.
he's
I
got
think
a-
it's the opposite of
He's
problems.
got
Making
a
my
problem
balls
with it. It's a
small.
substance abuse.
Yeah. He's
Like,
like,
yeah,
can my balls please be any smaller?
let's go to fucking.
Yes, we shall switch over. Righto. See you next week.
Oh, this is pissing me off.